skeleton in a suit. MoKnowz never fails. We talk elections, UFOs, and paranormal trails. Fast tech, NFTs, catch the latest crypto sales. From comments to conspiracies, we dropping knowledge daily. Photo finish, all straight, so we keep it hype, you feel me? VeVe digital drops, market values never hazy. Stay tuned, the OG fall, the alpha here is crazy. Yes, OG Vol, welcome to the show. We got the cryptid tales, skeleton in a suit. MoKnowz never fails. We talk elections, UFOs, and paranormal trails. Fast tech, NFTs, catch the latest crypto sales. From comments to conspiracies, we dropping knowledge daily. Photo finish, all straight, so we keep the hype, you feel me? VeVe digital drops, market values never hazy. Stay tuned, the OG Vol, the alpha here is crazy.
In the dark of the night, when the moon's hanging low, there's a place where the wildest of tales start to grow. Me know the skeleton, with his phony grin, and Vault his co-host, let the stories begin. From the paranormal to the political scene, we dive into the unknown, if you know what I mean. Cryptocurrency madness, gaming world so vast, we're bringing you the future and echoes from the past. Tales from the crypto where the shadows come alive. Mo and Vault are your guides, let's take a dive. In the crypto secrets we unravel the law. Hold on tight, cause we've got so much more. Whispers of ghosts in the halls of the old, haunted by the memories of stories untold. Political shadows creeping in the night. Mo and Vault, we're shining the light. From the paranormal to the political scene, we dive into the unknown, if you know what I mean. Cryptocurrency madness, gaming world so vast, we're bringing you the future and echoes from the past. Tales from the crypto where the shadows come alive. Mo and Vault are your guides, let's take a dive. In the crypto secrets we unravel the law. Hold on tight, cause we've got so much more.
What's up, everybody? It's time for this week's Tales from the Crypto with the big homie MoKnowz. What's up, Mo?
Yo, Mr. Vault, what up, chat? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right, man. It's almost Christmas time. I see you got your Christmas decorations already. I should have put some up behind me. I didn't even think about that. Next stream, I'm definitely going to have my Christmas decorations up. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. This is our Tuesday show. We do every Tuesday. Poka Pokey, first in the chat. Says, how's your day be? My day be all right. How about yours, Mo? Did you have a good day today?
Man, every day is a good day, but it's just becoming consumed by freaking drones, bro.
We're definitely going to talk about drones. Mo's over there in New York, so the drones are close to him, and he's got some insight on them and some opinions on them. I want to see what everybody in the chat thinks they are. I'm going to give you my opinion on them, although I don't know. It's pretty much going to be I'll tell you right now. Shout out to Alejandro's in the chat with the partner statue badge. What's up, my man? We got Real Goku, the VeVe girl lover. I don't know what... That dude is wild. What's up, Mario C? Good to see you in the chat, my man. We got Denny OC. Ahoy, ahoy, Denny OC says this is the best show on Tuesdays. Let's go. Appreciate you, man. Mario C says, have you checked your Phantom wallet for the Pingu? It's called Pingu, right? If I'm pronouncing it right. It's the allocation for the pudgy penguins. Me and Mo were talking about it just a minute ago. Mo got a whole bunch of Pingu. I literally just checked mine like 5 to 10 minutes ago. I've only connected my Phantom wallet. It wouldn't let me connect my MetaMask, but I would think that my Phantom wallet would have more of an allocation. And my allocation was 1,836 Pingu, and I don't know how much that is. It's probably not a lot. Mo, how much Pingu did you get?
I was just shy of 10,000 Pingu, like 97.50 or something like that.
Nice.
It was worth like 500 at the time, but it's gone down considerably. I think it's just a shy under 3 cents right now.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna sell it as soon as I get done with this stream, because I've learned that I was telling Mo this too. And he agreed the move is if you get an airdrop, you sell the airdrop. It just seems like everybody who gets the airdrops are selling anyway, so the price is going to come down no matter what it is. Seems like airdrops are for selling right away. Shout out to Florida Estate Makeover, says he has some alpha for us. Bring it on. Denny OC's ready for it. Let me know what your alpha is. We need some alpha up in here. Wop Mamison House says, nuke sniffing drones better work fast. I mean, that's one theory. I mentioned that last weekend. I hope that's not a real theory. That's the one that Joe Rogan was amplifying on Twitter, so he believes it. We're going to get into that in a bit, I promise you. Florida State says, I got to step into work for an hour if I come out with your guns. Oh, if I come out with you guys are still alive, I'll drop some. What? Bro, that is the biggest. I mean, we'll probably be live in an hour, so I don't want to make you mad, but come on, dude. How are you going to pump fake us like that? It's all gravy. Wait for you. We'll be on here for an hour.
Pump fake.
That was, yeah, a little bit of a pump fake there. Love your energy. Appreciate you, my man. Hippie says, how's it going? I'm ready for some tails, man. Yeah, I got some tails for you. We got Bitcoin BMW in the house. We got Big A in the house. Let's go. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. We're going to start off with our paranormal topics. Like I said, we're going to get into those drones. Mo definitely wants to talk about those drones. But I did have this new conspiracy theory that I wanted to show you guys first really quickly. I asked Mo if he had heard about it. He said he hadn't. I kind of assumed like everybody had heard about it. Maybe only half the people in the chat have heard about it because it went viral on Twitter and on TikTok. And it was the theory with Luigi Mangione dude, the guy who shot the CEO from the healthcare company. People were looking at his Twitter and they thought it was kind of weird that he has a particular Pokemon up there at the top of his Twitter bio, his pictures. Stop me if you've heard this one, y'all. Let me know in the chat. I'm sure a lot of you have. So he's got this weird Pokemon, and if you do a little research on the Pokemon, it's Breloom. I know we got a lot of Pokemon players in the chat that y'all probably know about Breloom. It's weird that this would be, I don't know, his favorite Pokemon, or maybe he just put it up there for a particular reason. So people started looking into it, and they went directly to his Pokédex number. The Pokédex number for Breloom is number 286, right? And what's interesting about that is that the denial code, whenever you're denied insurance, one of the denial codes is denial code number 286. So they started looking even closer, and they noticed that he had actually posted literally 286 times on Twitter, 286 tweets before he committed this murder and then was taken to jail probably for the rest of his life. And that's another 286, and they're like, this is a lot of coincidences. And of course the religious people jumped in and they said, well, if you look at Proverbs 28:6, it says, better is the poor that walketh in his uprightness than he that is perverse in his ways, though he be rich. Which basically means, according to the New Living Testament, better to be poor and honest than to be dishonest and rich. And again, it's another 286, so it kind of goes with the whole theme of this guy who attacked the CEO of this giant healthcare corporation. They say he also traveled 286 miles from the place where he was to commit the murder in New York. And it gets really deep. It depends on how deep you want to go. Like this person right here says, the 286 thing was way more than what went viral. Luigi was born in the 286th month of Brian Thompson's life. That's the name of the CEO that he shot. I didn't fact check that, but if so, also quite wild. And this was all connected to the video game Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, because the dude's name Luigi Mangione. Everybody was calling him Luigi's Mansion, which came out on the day that leaves 286 days left in the year. And somebody else pulled up his receipt. I don't know if it's true or not, so I didn't even add it to it, but apparently the order at McDonald's that he made that day came out to a total of $2.86. So is that
wait. Most of that sounds believable and crazy.
Right.
What the hell are you getting at McDonald's that only costs $2.86?
One coffee.
I get a cheeseburger and that thing's like $9.
That's true. That's the part. That's why I didn't even add that one. That one's a little bit unbelievable. But he had the actual receipt. I don't know if he created it himself. Who knows? But it had the exact address of the McDonald's he was at, and the time and the date was right. But I don't know if it was legit. But I think the big one though is like, why would he have that Pokemon up in his top left-hand corner? I mean, that just seems like a weird thing to add to your profile. You think does he look like a Pokemon player to you? I don't know, Mo. What do you think?
I mean, most people wouldn't take me for a Pokemon player, but I enjoy it.
True.
I mean, dude, it's kind of wild. I mean, it would, if that wasn't premeditated on his part, which I think some of that would be in his control, but some of it absolutely not. And that would just be the orchestration of the universe, you know, kind of doing its thing. Which I am a believer could be the case, but that is kind of wild, especially with the code, and the code with the Pokédex and the miles traveled, and you know, I mean, again, sometimes you could be like, try to uncover, you know, something from nothing and be like, oh well, if it's not 286 days out, maybe it's 286 days after. But I mean, still, if there's any sort of connection there, it's still kind of wild, because the probability of that is got to be very, very high.
Right. And I've got linked down in the description the original video that went viral that has a bunch of these same ones, and it also mentions, I think it was Luigi Mangione's cousin who has a Twitter account and is following, you guessed it, 286 people. But I'm not a big believer in all this math stuff that they try to do, like the Bible code. I don't know if you heard of that, where you can come up with words in the Bible that are supposed to have messages that predict the future, but they've tried it with like other crazy books like Dr. Seuss books and it still works. So I think it's all shenanigans. But who knows? That's a lot of coincidences. Maybe I'm crazy. We're going to talk about some drone stuff too. I know Denny OC is talking about it here when he says something about some stolen uranium. I didn't hear the uranium. I heard something about some missing warheads. So,
well, okay, so there's two parts of that, right? So I guess we can dive into it. So you got the warhead, which apparently some dude who swears that the guy he knew, you know, had his hands on this and tried to give a heads up of a warning that this thing was traveling to the United States and no one took him seriously. That was one part of it. Now you have the mayor of New Jersey, the mayor, coming out saying that there's like missing uranium.
Oh, really?
It's like, yeah. So now that there's like a multi-layered thing going on here. Yeah, so dude, this is wild. Okay. I mean, we really just like, I was talking with my girl about it. Like, this is nuts. Like, I think out of all the things I've seen in my lifetime, this might actually be the craziest. And it really has to make you wonder. All right? Like, are the aliens coming? Listen, if the aliens are coming, they're not aggressive. They're just chilling. They're like, you know what I'm saying? They're hanging out. They're doing their thing. People aren't dying. People aren't going missing. But if they're not aliens, you really got to start to look into it. All right? So the government claims they don't know anything, but they don't seem too concerned about it.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, that's what kind of concerns me, is that they're not concerned, which makes me believe that they're in on it. Now, if they're in on it,
so you think so you say that the government's in on it? That's what concerns you?
well, no, what concerns me is that they're not concerned.
Oh, right.
Which leads me to believe that they are in on it, or, you know, privy to what the hell's actually going on. Because again, you don't just let somebody chill at your house like that without asking some questions, investigating, you know what I mean? To me, it just sounds a little crazy. But this is what I was talking to you before the show. Where's the Project Bluebeam? Right now, Project Bluebeam was, again, from a Canadian conspiracy theorist. I always forget his damn name. But it's got a couple phases to it, where they basically they present a threat, and then they make it believable by use of like holograms or even like electromagnetic waves that could actually like not brainwash us, but kind of like it basically elicits a emotion. And this has been proven what's it called, military tech for a long time. But the idea is that they can present a threat, scare us with it, which would be like holograms of drones up in the sky. But we talked about this. We don't think they're holograms, right? We've seen them shot down. You saw that video, Vault Chat. Has anybody seen that? Like
one
the
of
one
them
that
getting
actually
shot
came down?
I've seen a couple of different ones, but I don't know if they were believable or not.
Well, so the one in Jersey was those guys, there's a YouTube channel, I told you, two guys that were traveling around on the ground investigating. And they witnessed this thing go down. And the same one that Los Pollos TV on Twitter, again, this is a guy I've done work for. I know this guy, like, he's not crazy. And he's just got this video. He's like, bro, check this out. And it's on Twitter. And it's just like the plume of smoke coming down. It's in the same area where these guys were investigating. They try to get over there. And within, 3 to 5 minutes, hazmat team on the ground, cleaned up the drone, took care of everything, scrubbed it. Like, dude, you're telling me they don't know? Like, so it's not a hologram. I'm not saying it's a hologram. It's it's not a conspiracy theory, but that's the part of Project Bluebeam. So their idea could be, okay, we scare the citizens, then we save the citizens, right? By coming through and they, like, oh, we love everybody and we all come together and we don't want to fight each other anymore. But then by doing that, we give up all of our, freedom and everything to save the planet from the aliens, and now they control us. Those are like the phases of, the conspiracy theory Project Bluebeam. However, the more you really look at it, it might not be that much of a reach, It's a lot deeper than that. It really does go deeper than that, but that's like the main gist of like the phases of what they want to do.
What freedoms in particular, though, will we have to give up?
Everything.
Oh.
You would sign away your house, you would sign away your car, you would be on a rental basis because you would basically just want to be saved. If there's whether it's a hologram, whether it's a drone, because back in the day it was the idea of a hologram, but now we have drones. So they're like, well, what if we just made an SUV-sized drone and scared the shit out of people with something that's tangible and they could touch, even though it's not an alien, right? They don't have to use holograms. They could evolve, right? They say military is, 20 years ahead of what we actually own as consumers?
True.
So if that's the case, you better look out, because that's some scary shit. Yeah, I don't know, man. The whole thing to me is just very, very interesting. I think, I do hope it's aliens at this point. Because if it's aliens, it explains, that we have other life in this world and this galaxy, and maybe they can save us. The other alternative is we have to worry about nuclear warheads or a nuclear freaking explosion going off in the Northeast. That's not helping me sleep at night.
No, not at all. Especially not living in New York.
Yeah, or I have to worry about a government psyop.
That's one or the other.
I kind of hope it's aliens. At least, And here's the thing about that: if it is aliens, and I'm sorry, I'm ranting. If it is aliens, we might be fucked. You ever notice for every alien thing where it's like, take me to your leader, take me to your leader? It's just another group of fucking Karens. Let me speak to your manager. Take me to your leader.
And we're going to take him to Trump? Is Trump going to be the leader that we take him to? Because, that's not going to go well.
I guess. But either way, man, it's like, do we really want another colony of Karens showing up here on the planet? I don't think so.
I don't want no alien Karens on my planet, I'll be honest with you. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We're going over the drones in New Jersey, now in New York and Pennsylvania, and apparently Ohio, too. Poke says, did you practice the Pokemon trading card game? Pokemon Pocket. I've been opening up packs, but I still have no interest in playing that game. I thought about learning how to play. It just looks too kiddie to me. I don't know what's wrong with me. If it was Magic the Gathering, I would play it. What's up, Bro88? Good to see you in the chat, my man. Hitman says, Jesus predicted that Bitcoin would be 200,000 by 2026. I didn't know Jesus made Bitcoin predictions. Talking about Jesus predicted that in the Bible if you use the Bible code. Oh, well, that makes sense, actually. They're definitely not airplanes, says Denny OC. They are in on it. See, the people I listen to, just like in politics, the people that show up on my timeline on YouTube all the time, and I watch a lot of their videos almost, daily, like Hassan Piker and like the Young Turks and David Pacman. Any of these, they all say that everybody's just crazy and being delusional and that they're just planes and regular drones. So I don't know what to believe. Bitcoin BMW says, don't forget about the 60.
There's laws. There's laws. You can't just say they're regular civilian drones because there's laws against this shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's...
Yeah, but
that's
how do
what I'm
you...
saying. What?
I don't know. Why don't they just shoot them down then? I don't understand. You're right. Bitcoin BMW says, don't forget about the 60,000 pounds of ammonium nitrate stolen from the train that they never found. Yep. I looked up that part where they did say, the governor said, what was it about missing uranium? Yeah, that's crazy. And there's already a Project Bluebeam drone conspiracy theory connected with Project Bluebeam and these current drones that we're seeing. We got Jay Hirsch in the house, the big Trump fan, says in Trump's latest interview he was asked about them and he says the government knows what they are. Well, it's funny because the White House, or I don't know who it was, but they had a press conference, either the White House or Department of Defense. Somebody had a press conference and they said they are not U.S. military.
Right.
Which is
And now, but now after public pressure, now they're initiating some sort of drone scan protocol. So basically, they're going to show up on radar like planes now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But again, if these things aren't having they don't have a heat signature, according to what people are saying, like, bro, that's the crazy thing too. So there are people that are going out and they're documenting this shit, dude. Like, they're buying drones, they're charging batteries, they got 3 brand new freaking batteries, they're setting this thing up in their backyard. Dude, it's going like 30 feet and dying. Anytime, like, it gets heading towards these freaking drones. Like,
I've seen some videos of that. I wasn't sure if it was 100% true or not, but I guess if I don't know. I
dude,
can't
like,
try it out myself. You could. You're there. And like you said, you've been watching live streamers who have been streaming live and like driving around and finding or seeing the drones and stuff. That's pretty wild. And that's a pretty good indicator that they're not hard to find. They do really exist. In cases, government drones are trying to figure out what the who took the nuclear material. And yeah, that's what a lot of people says they're sniffing for or scanning for nuclear material or a warhead that has been planted somewhere.
Then they would show up on a heat signature.
Right.
There's been tons of analysis done on this. If they were actually gamma drones, which they were used in Ukraine back in like 2014 or something like that, they have pictures of them. They know exactly what they look like. They don't look like that. And if they were gamma drones, they would show up on a heat signature. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the fact that these things are undetectable, you have pilots and planes that have tried to get up on these things and they avoid them. You have freaking some of them that are the size of you, bro. Like, I feel like I'm living in like Men in Black. I really do. Or even like remember that the Ninja Turtles movie, the original one?
Oh, the good one with Casey Jones.
Yeah, it's got the guy being interviewed when he saw like the turtles for the first time.
Yeah.
Like some just regular civilian.
Yep.
He was like, I don't know, man. Like, I was just getting robbed and then some turtles showed up. Bro, like, and it was a guy I was watching. He was like, I was just shocked. He was like, I look up and I saw this thing the size of an SUV. I go to grab my phone and I look at it and it zips off. Now again, like, there wasn't a guy that seemed like he was looking for airtime. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah.
To me, it just seems like some crazy shit. I don't know.
Bitcoin BMW makes a good point. They have lights on because they want people to see them. Like, if they were trying to hide or be sneaky, they want to have all these lights and stuff. So. Yeah, I don't know if it's like aliens trying to be seen or I don't know. Bro Ooh Coin says, take me to OG Vault. Shout out to Bro Ooh Coin. If you guys haven't bought you some Bro Ooh yet, ooh brother, ooh, why not? It's on Solana. Get in the game. Go get you some Bro Ooh. Imagine Trump handshaking an alien. If I saw that on TV, I would not believe it was real. I don't know. It would be and I'm a UFO believer too, but it would take some convincing there. Like, I need to go up and touch the alien myself to believe that it's legit.
Well, and let's go one step further. So we're talking about it now, all right? Mm-hmm. But Joey Diaz is the actor.
Oh yeah, I've talked to him before. Yes.
Yeah. So he was on Rogan. This is from like 4 or 5 years ago, where he was talking about some incident at the Landon Airport or Langley Airport, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Langley, yeah. And this has been happening 2-3 weeks before Christmas for years. Just not at this scale.
Yeah, I know it's been happening around other parts of the country too. Like a few months ago, it was in Colorado. I don't know if it was the same thing, but this isn't the first time there were a bunch of unidentified drones flying around for long amounts of time and people couldn't figure out exactly where they were coming from. Jay says, I believe the drones are the government. I'm not sure about the orbs. Yeah, that's another thing people are saying.
Yeah.
The orb, because I did see the one video, and I probably have it on here too, because I got a few videos bookmarked, not many, 3 or 4 that we can check out. But I think one of them is where one of the drones flies up to an orb, and then they touch, and the drone falls out of the sky.
Well, that's what I meant to send you. I think we actually watched this other video though. It was at like the Queen. There was like a Queen ceremony or something. And there was like a bunch of planes going through, and the news camera was following the orb as it went through the smoke, right?
Right.
And I brought this video up. It was on my Twitter feed. I brought it up on my stream the other day, and I was going frame by frame. And we talk about it all the time. They're like, oh, look how, After Effects type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like 3 different points in this video, frame by frame, I was looking at, where like it was emitting the light through the like the vapor trail of the plane, right?
Right.
Which would blow my mind because trying to do that as like an effect
hard to
artist,
do.
you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it was wild, and like the spot where it flew into the smoke had left like a mark, almost like a scorch mark.
Right.
Like it was just pure energy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then you see like this little thing of light go in through the vapor trail, and then it just flies out the other, you know, end of the smoke trail.
Yeah.
This all happens within like 5 or 10 frames. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I was breaking. It was fine. And I'm like, I thought we watched that video. I could have sworn we'd watched that video together. But
I'm not sure. I'm thinking of one that seems just like it, but I don't remember it being like at a Queen's ceremony, so I'm not sure.
it was like a Nuremberg.
Yep,
No, that was
that one.
yeah. Oh no, the Nuremberg thing was that was like a celestial event that took place in the 1500s.
Right. Yes. Yeah. That thing was crazy.
Yeah, because that kind of, you know, if it is aliens, right? Apparently they intervened because it was supposed to be the end of like society, and they would only come back if we were at that point again. So,
Oh, really?
if that's the case, then maybe that's why they are showing up.
And that's what Mo's referring to is something that we showed on the stream when we talked about the Phoenix Lights. It's this woodcut, which is how they used to kind of make newspapers back in the day. I think it was in France or Germany or Nuremberg, and back in the 16th century, it was like the 1500s. They one of the news of the day, one of the newspapers talked about how the night before there was this big battle between ships in the sky from, they don't know where they were from, and they even drew a picture of it, and they described everything that was happening. It wasn't like it was some made up story. It was like it was their newspaper. It's pretty wild. Let's see. I don't know what Dan K's talking about though. There's some ghost ships reappearing. I haven't heard about that. I wouldn't be surprised though.
Now it sounds like we're in the Ghostbusters movie.
I mean,
Statue of Liberty comes alive, fucking Stay Puft Marshmallow.
if ghosts can, I mean, if I've seen a ghost before, if ghosts can exist, then why can't ghost ships? Poke's ready to play some Pokemon Pocket. You gotta just teach me how. That's all. I heard it was easy. DLC says at one time I used a drone to check out roofs. Got so many complaints we stopped using them. People don't like that. And I think it was it Florida or Texas where some guy shot down a Walmart delivery drone?
Florida, yeah.
Florida,
Got like
of
a
course.
$5,000 fine.
Yeah, and then he joked around with the police. I can't breathe or something. I was like, oh, this dude is a messed up person. DLC says neighbors would always think you're spying on them. Guarantee it. And I'm sure some people use them to be some peeping toms. I put a post from New Jersey mayor in your general Discord chat vault. Somebody took nuclear material. Yeah, I think I was the same thing I pulled up right here. Bellevue, New Jersey Mayor Michael Milham says radioactive material in New Jersey went missing on December 2nd. Maybe that's what they're searching for. Maybe that's the whole thing. Maybe that's what they're looking for. Hope those drones have acid in them. Shout out to Tucson. That's why, and Mo was talking and kind of convinced me, was talking about this before we went live. That's how you know it's not like a foreign asset or some type of foreign drone that's being sent to us, because they could have something like acid in them, or they could have some type of biological warfare. Who knows? They could have some missiles in them. So the military would definitely shoot them down, I would say, if they don't know what they are. So it almost makes you think that it is the military. But like I said, the military claims that it's not the military. But I guess if they're doing some secret missions, then of course they would say that. However, why would you do it over New Jersey and not out in North Dakota?
Or is this just the next phase of, hey, now we got to keep going with the PSYOP, and we got to get all these, you know, governors to come out and play along with the timeline and say, oh, December 2nd. You're just basically trying to align it to make the people feel comfortable. Be like, oh, okay, well, now we know. You know? Which to me wouldn't make any sense. I was trying to find the video. I couldn't even show my girl. I couldn't find it, but I saw it on my Twitter feed of a drone getting sucked into a plane engine. Do you see that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was like someone taking a video outside of the plane, like looking down or whatever.
Yeah.
And you just saw this freaking drone get sucked in, just boom, like a little flash, just bam.
That'd be cool. Yeah, if you find it, link me on it or something. I'll show it, because I'm gonna go through a few of the videos I have on my bookmarks when I catch up with the chat. Pokey
There's
says,
so much stuff out there.
do aliens eat food? My guess would be no, because if they're that far technologically advanced than we are, then they've already mastered AI and you know, drones, robots or whatever, AI robots. So why would they come all the way this far and put their lives in danger when they could just use some type of surrogate. Why did crop circles just disappear? I just saw a video, or it was a documentary on crop circles not too long ago, which talks about how the media was like purposely trying to trick people into not believing that they're real when there was some pretty good evidence that they were real. I don't know if they're still happening. That's a good question. If they're not happening anymore, then that's not very convincing that they were real in the first place. They just went out of style. I don't think aliens work like that.
It's like, oh, you gonna make that crop circle, man? Nah, that shit is old school, bro. You gotta wipe your ass on the ground. That's our new thing.
Yeah, we do it hardcore now. We put on green and red lights and fly low over New Jersey.
Yeah.
Stan the Man says,
somebody.
First the Chinese balloons and now this, we are screwed. Where are the F-22s? I mean, that makes a good point too. I say that they would shoot them down because if they were foreign, that's what, you know, the first thing, they might have some type of biological weapon, who knows, but they didn't shoot down the Chinese balloon until it was like halfway over the country. I don't know, man. But then again, this is multiple, apparently hundreds of drones. We got Punch Pablo in the chat. What's up, Punch Pablo? Tinfoil hat is your only protection. See, that is a good point. I mean, they do kind of make me think that maybe they're just aliens and the government doesn't know how to cover them up. All right, here's a few videos that have come out recently over the last few days. You can see the dates right here. They're all brand new. They're all from New Jersey, I believe. This one says crazy lights over New Jersey last night. No one knows if they are drones. And this one is kind of crazy looking. Hopefully it's not too loud. I'll try to adjust the volume. I can't see that being a plane. I can't even see that being a drone. I mean, look how, maybe this could be somebody flashing a spotlight. It started to look like a spotlight to me, honestly.
Bro, watch it. Oh my god, bro, watch. Oh my god.
What would make the lights run like that? But that's kind of what I was talking about with the orb that was going through the vapor trail.
Yeah.
Of kind of how it, like, again, almost like a photon, like just, you know, using the vapor as like a transmission vessel, you know?
Right, yeah. Maybe they have that technology, who knows? I mean, it kind of seemed to me like it was a spotlight, because I could see where they were maybe running that back and forth over the clouds. It depends on, you know, how bright it is. They got some really bright lights these days, brighter than they used to be. Yeah,
because it's illegal to use, like, even some of those crazy lasers you can buy.
Right.
Yeah, you can't even use those freaking things, right. You know?
Yeah, some of them are too bright. They're illegal. If they're fake, like a lot of people say that everybody's hallucinating or it's mass hysteria, why is it shutting down so many airports? Because there's several airports that have been shut down temporarily, and even more recently, the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio shut down due to unauthorized drone activity in the area. And then they have like a recording of the stuff they were saying to each other. This one is actually not in New Jersey, I don't think, but it's one of those submerged, what do they call them? Like USOs instead of UFOs. These are USOs because a lot of them come from the water, and a lot of people, even in Congress recently, were talking about how they believe some aliens or maybe UFOs are originating from the sea or living in the sea. I don't know. Let's check it out. And I've seen some pretty crazy ones coming out of the water. But then again, there are animals that illuminate. But I don't know what that would be. What do you think? They're shining a light on it. Maybe it's lighting up on its own. If that thing gets up and starts flying, I don't know, I'm gonna be pretty convinced. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is.
I don't know. Let's see. There's been some good ones recently. This is the size of a bus.
It's the theory that makes the most sense. Okay? We already know that hydrogen-powered stuff, okay, the idea for it and the blueprints exist, okay? Tesla had them. So we already know that the gyrometric movement, you know, people see on these things exists. Again, Tesla had it, right?
Right.
So if these things exist and they were only government in the hands of the government, and they're supposedly 20 years ahead of us, oh sure, it would make sense. Because the only thing that makes sense when it comes to the alien stuff and the crop circles is a hydrogen-powered aircraft. right?
Right.
We talked about this, right? Like,
Yeah.
if the highest enriched fuel source would be from certain like ocean areas in the water because of how like things settle or whatever, they come out of the water, they go on the grass, and what do we talk about? It's like prehistoric, dude. The grass that grows on these crop circles is like some shit from like fucking hundreds of years. It's crazy, dude. You don't see grass grow like that, but you see it when this happens on crop circles.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that. That's why I think the whole water theory would probably make the most sense. And we've explored more of space than we have of the ocean.
That's very true. Well, I don't know
Well,
how true
at
that
least
is. That's
in
what
our,
they say.
maybe in our near vicinity. I'm sure if you go
Right.
through the, maybe in our galaxy or whatever, but I don't know, man. Like, we have not discovered much below the surface, you know?
Yeah, there could be anything down there. It gets super deep. Shout out to Thomas Congers in the chat. Says, reflection in the glass window he's recording through. See, there's always those optical illusions. You never know. We got Joseph Agronoff in the chat. Let's go. We got James Wynn here. What's up, James Wynn? Punch Polly saying, what's Alex Jones' take on this? And James says, Alex Jones likely believes in Project Bluebeam. I've been seeing Alex Jones tweeting about this. He's acting like we're under attack by aliens or something like usual. So whatever
Project
gets
Bluebeam.
him the views.
The aliens are coming. There's nothing you can do about it.
This is
Go to
very-
my website, Infowars.
and buy these pills. Tucson said, I thought government was inefficient. I mean, apparently they are inefficient if they can't figure out what these drones are, but I don't, maybe it's them. Government is very advanced. Like Mo says, usually the military is about 20 years ahead of us, and these days, the way the technology moves so fast, 20 years is probably a pretty impressive. They might be able to make some pretty impressive stuff 20 years from now, so they're already making it most likely. Pretty sure crop circles have been outed by those that started them and started the wave of copycats. That's what they want you to believe, Thomas Conger. That's the whole point. They created
I mean, that
this.
alien investigation, like I said, man, some of the stuff they talk about and what happened, I don't know if that's the case.
Yeah, I'll do the crop circles for our paranormal topic one week for sure. I'm gonna educate you on them and make you believe. But I need to find out if there have been any recent crop circles, because if they just stopped happening, then I'm not going to be as confident as I think I am. Joseph Agonoff says, Secret Rare Sabretooth is giving me Wolverine's Secret Rare vibes. Oh yeah, I forgot that was going down. I guess you crafted the Ultra Rare today, and tomorrow they're having the Secret Rare craft. So good luck if you're going for it. I think it'd be worth less than Punisher, right? Punisher was the first evolvable drop and kind of a more popular character. Could be
You always
wrong.
remember your first.
Yeah, exactly. James says he sells vitamins in bunkers, so yep, exactly. That's Alex. Punch says the
Over
globalist plus the new.
Infowars.com.
It's a pretty good impression. He's got that crazy voice. The globalist plus the new world order. Sprinka Skinwalker. I've been seeing some Skinwalker videos, honestly, and some have been freaking me out. It's like a little kid on the side of the road in a country road just sitting there by himself, and he's got this weird look on his face. It's give me nightmares. What's up, Bruin88 says, was that went by Vault's face? Oh, that was probably my cat's tail. It wasn't nothing paranormal, I promise you. My cat likes to hang out with me when I'm streaming. Congress says, I'm a huge believer in all the Project Bluebeam and Project Blue Book. Yeah, there's Blue Book. That's why I get confused with Bluebeam and what exactly Project Bluebeam is, because there's also a Project Blue Book, and there's the another one called Magic something. So they have a bunch of those operations that were secret, where they were secretly researching UFOs in the military, and we didn't find out about it till decades later. Congress says crop circles were just land art done by artists and math nerds. Yeah, and according to the official story, those math nerds that were creating the crop circles were literally poll voting into the fields to create them. That's what they say. They say they poll voted. I don't believe that these nerdy crop circle makers that were like 50 years old were actually literally poll voting into the middle of those fields to make the crop circles. Like I said, I'm gonna educate you on it, bro. Oh yeah, you see, that's what they want you to believe, Thomas. That's what they want you to believe.
Like I said, you could try to sell me on the idea of people copycatting crop circles, and maybe those guys did pole vault their way to make their own. I don't know, but you will never sell me on the fact of when they find these animal carcasses, right?
Right.
With the tongues cut out, drained of blood.
Yeah.
Listen, bro. Anytime there's dead animals, I don't live in the woods. I didn't come from the woods. I grew up in the suburbs, but we have a lot of woods. Like, there's a lot of upstate New York and places you can go camp, travel, hunt, right?
Right.
But, dude, if there's a dead animal carcass, that thing is ripped to freaking shreds.
True.
Okay?
Yeah.
Anytime you get these, like, dead cows or whatever in a crop circle, their bodies are never touched by other animals.
Nope.
Because animals have that instinct and they know the meat's tainted. They know that something is up with it, man. You know what I mean?
It probably smells like alien. The animals have really good noses. They're like, I ain't going around that smell.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, see, it could be, it could still be government. So somebody say that. I'm not saying it's not government, but I'm just saying that something is happening there. It's not just some dude that's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go out there and mathematically create a crop circle, you know? And again, with the green, luscious green grass that grows in like prehistoric fucking era, to me that just strikes me as weird.
It's physical evidence. Tucson is going in on Brian Thompson. Says CEO guy was a Murex. I don't know what a Murex is, but we did do at the beginning, Tucson, of this stream, we had a little bit of a conspiracy theory related to Luigi Mangione. If you missed it, you might want to rewind and check it out. We're about to wrap up paranormal and talk a little bit about sports here in a second. Congress says you'd be surprised what graffiti artists will do to make a piece of art and get to a spot. That's actually legit. I've seen a couple of videos where they like climb like crazy high places, and I'm always, when I see graffiti, sometimes I'm like, how did they put that up there? That's true, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna teach you about it. I'll watch the documentary. That makes me an expert now. James Wynn says that is government lasers. I don't know if I believe that. Animals are stupid. They got good noses though. I believe you that you are conflating two phenomenon. I don't believe the cattle mutilation stuff is related to crop circles. I think.
They are.
Yeah. I think a lot of times that happens.
Yeah. There's a lot of evidence that leads it. Like I said, you know, depends on who you believe. I like to watch everything and read everything, and
yes,
you
definitely.
know, obviously I can't say it's legit one way or another, but sure as hell it's fun to talk about, you know.
Yeah. And like I said, if there haven't been any recent ones, then you might convince me that it's not legit. But that documentary I watched was pretty convincing. All right, let's move on to sports. We got a couple sports topics to talk about. Not a lot, really. I think the NBA Cup just wrapped up, and I think the Thunder won. I'd have to go back and recheck. I know they were.
Wasn't it the Thunder versus the Bucks, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, maybe the Bucks won. Let me check. I should probably know that before I went live, but that wasn't like the topic for today or anything. I just wanted to update y'all. NBA Cup today. Oh, I think the championship game is today at 8:30.
Oh, it is tonight, yeah.
Yeah, Bucks.
I'll say it's Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
That show on Tuesday, y'all. I just didn't know what day it was.
And then we're getting closer to the playoffs. I think my Colts have been eliminated. They technically still have a chance to make it to the playoffs, but they're on the bubble and they lost the last game. I went and got tickets for the upcoming game, January 5th, against the Jacksonville Jaguars in Indianapolis. So me and the kiddo are going to that game, his first NFL game. Should be pretty fun. I know the Jets are not looking too good. The Bills are already in.
I'm a Bills fan. Yeah, that's, you know, a good day. It's a good time to be a Bills fan.
Yes. Glad you joined the right wagon there. Thomas Conger says, send me a link. I can't find any through Google as I search in real time. What do you need a link for? If you're asking for that documentary, I have to do some research to find it. It's an older documentary. Mario Party is greater than Luigi's Mansion. The Thunder play tonight. Yeah, my bad. I was off on that. They're playing tonight. Thunder versus Bucks, and I just assumed the Thunder are going to win. I'm a little bit of a Thunder fan. I kind of like them. They were the number 1 seed last year. Nobody expected them to even make the playoffs, but the rookie, now second-year player, the tall guy, has been doing really good. And, of course, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander ain't no joke. Maybe aliens invade tonight at the Cup. Oh, don't interrupt the game. Tucson says Eagles. Tucson's a big Philadelphia Eagles fan. What's up, News Now Marijuana? My bad, it is tonight. Got my bet in. Go Bucks. Who's the favorite? I didn't see the odds on that one. Everyone loves Luigi. Not necessarily. I hear a lot of people, and it kind of trips me out when people are, I don't know, getting upset that people like Luigi. Like the right-wing commentators on a lot of shows are just, I mean, they're like over the top upset about it. How can you respect this guy for killing a healthcare CEO? I mean, a lot of us are just like Tucson, and we're like, I mean, I kind of see his point. Now, you can't just kill somebody like Mo said. That's ridiculous. Obviously, he should go to jail for the rest of his life. But it does shine a spotlight on how horrible the healthcare system is, and you can tell everybody agrees on it, even both sides of the aisles when it comes to the people. I think it was what's his name, Ben, the Jewish guy. Shapiro. Ben Shapiro had a video about it, and he talked about how we should respect these healthcare people and how they do such great things for us. And like even his fans in his comments just completely roasted him on that, and they were like, no. Luigi was right. I mean, you can't kill the guy. A lot of them pretty much said the same thing about killing the guys wrong, but his whole point about the healthcare system is accurate because it's a horrible healthcare system. But I'll talk about that every week, so don't let me get too deep into it.
Yeah, I mean, saying like, okay, you know, the system's flawed and whatever. Sure, I mean, the system was made by human beings, and humans are flawed, so it makes sense. But yeah, I don't understand. Like, I think the Shapiro video, because I watched, you know, clips of it, but these guys, I feel like they do a lot of it because it's like morally right for them. But again, like if the healthcare system doesn't make sense, like you just let it go. There's no point, you know.
Yeah, it's not smart to have middlemen, insurance companies that serve no purpose other than to make money. And
as long as people realize, man, like you fuck around, you find out. You take a life,
you go to jail for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you go to jail for the rest of your life. You know. Which probably gonna lead us into our next topic, I would assume.
Here in a second. Pokey is a Bears fan. How are the Bears doing this year? Are they on the bubble, or they have a chance to make the playoffs?
Bears are cooked.
Oh, really?
And I've been telling people this, man. Like, I got some people that are Bears fans and whatever, friends. Listen, it's so easy. It's not easy to play quarterback in the NFL. I'm not saying that, but it's easy to come in as a rookie for your first 4 games, 6 games, and kind of have it easy because no one has film on you and no one has you figured out yet, right?
True. Yeah.
Caleb Williams, exactly what happened. Dude came out, played okay. I hated that guy because we talked about it when he climbed into the stands and went to his mom's lap and like bawling uncontrollably.
Yeah.
I don't want that guy on my football team. I'm just saying. If my team loses the game, I want him in the locker room, telling the guys, rallying the guys, everything's going to be okay next week. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. There's no crying in football.
Yeah, like, yo, where's Caleb at? Oh, I think he's up in the stands crying with his mom, and he'll be here in a minute. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that dude on my team.
No,
but anyway, they had a bye. They came back. People haven't figured out now he's not playing anywhere near as good, which puts the defense on the field more, allowing more points. You know, it's a cycle. But
he's young, though. He's young. He can get better for sure. News by now marijuana. I think it was Chet Holmgren I was talking about on the Thunder. I'm picking the Thunder to win for sure. Apparently the Thunder are favored by 4.5 points. Let's go. Hopefully they pull it off, even though it's not my favorite team or anything. I'm a Pacers fan. That was a dumb comment by Shapiro. I agree, and even his own fans agreed. Luigi will plead out to 10 to 15 years. Yeah, right. They're going to throw the book at that dude. Jay says, do y'all like Jay Allen or Lamar Jackson? I'm a big Lamar Jackson fan. Lamar played for Louisville. I got the hat on right now. He played for the Louisville Cardinals. Plays for the Ravens now. Who's Jay Allen?
Yeah, really? Josh Allen?
I'm sorry?
Josh Allen?
Yeah, I don't watch football that much.
Oh,
I used to.
The Bills quarterback.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought he was setting me up for a joke.
No, sorry. No. Is he good?
Yeah, obviously I'm a fan. I love Lamar Jackson too.
Oh yeah.
Lamar Jackson got a bad rap. Obviously, when you're a black quarterback in the NFL, you're like, oh, he just runs, right? Can't throw the ball.
Right.
Statistically, most of the time, that's accurate. But in Lamar Jackson's case, about 2 years ago now, his 10 to 15 yards outside the hash marks, which is probably the hardest throw to make in the NFL.
Yep.
His completion percentage went up almost like 50% on those throws.
Nice.
And, you know, so he developed as a pocket passer who can now use his legs, you know what I'm saying, to change the game. Not use his legs and then throw the ball every now and then. And that, I'll always respect a quarterback like that because I'm not going to say the black stigma is right. But if we look at the quarterbacks that we've seen in the NFL, that's typically how it's been. So they're not, you know, the greatest, you know, readers of the defense. They're not the quickest at making decisions or throwing the ball. They're just very athletic. And, you know, it's nice to see Lamar Jackson because I think he's deserving of anything that guy gets. I'd like to see him win it. I'd like to see him win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they need to surround him with some good players, some better linemen. But our topic...
They've done it. They've done it, though. They got receivers now. They got no excuse at receiver.
Nice.
They brought in freaking Derrick Henry, who I put a bet against my boy that he wouldn't have more than 12 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I lost that bet very, very early in the season because Derrick Henry is still a machine. So they're very dangerous, and their defense is good enough to win it, I think.
Shout out to Woody's in the chat. What's up, Woody? Tucson says the DA is so afraid of jury nullification that Luigi will get sweet deal. I don't know what jury
That's what's
nullification.
wrong with this country.
Yeah. I think
The fact that that guy, his Twitter following will go crazy and people will support this guy and make a GoFundMe. These are the same freaking retards that take out their phone when a chick's getting raped on the train and record it, okay? Instead of hopping in to stop it. And that's, that's a problem. You know what I mean? If you're one of those people,
yeah, I don't
probably jump in
necessarily
front of
know
that
it's the
train.
same people. I think a lot of the people are just people who really hate the healthcare system, or maybe somebody they know got screwed over really badly by the healthcare system, or maybe them themselves, where it made them go broke, or they lost a loved one because of it. That can give you some really strong feelings towards the topic, and then whenever you see somebody get some type of retribution, some people are happy about it.
Yeah, but then, again, take the punishment, right?
Right.
Do the crime, do the time.
Right, but he's got to do the crime. He's got to do the time now, not the people that are cheering him on. So it's like
No,
they
but
get
the people
to live
cheering
through
him
him
on
vicariously and be free from it.
Yeah, but they create public pressure where he does get a sweet deal because they're like, well, especially if Democrats would have won, they'd be like, well, we got to take his feelings into account. We don't want to put him away for too long. Like, what about his lack of vitamin D? Maybe we'll just turn him trans and we'll get him out. Maybe something like that. But he should just go to jail for life and just never see the light of day again.
I don't know what the Democrats winning would have to do anything with that. That's federal. It would be a state thing.
Well, because there would still be public pressure on that.
All right, so our topic for sports actually is Caitlin Clark, the Great White Hope, the lady.
Let's go, baby.
She's not from Indiana, but she plays
That's
for
our
the
girl.
Indiana Fever now, so I consider her a Hoosier. And she was on the Time Magazine of the Year, which seems to be causing a lot of controversy. They named her the Athlete of the Year, but I don't think she even got Rookie of the Year in the WNBA. So some people were complaining and saying that they should be giving credit to the entire WNBA because the entire WNBA had such a great season when it comes to viewership and things like that, and that it wasn't just Caitlin Clark, it was Angel Reese too, and these other players. So I don't know, Mo, what do you think about the whole Caitlin Clark controversy that's going on?
She did win Rookie of the Year, deservingly so.
Oh, okay.
I did not want to see Angel Buttercup Reese, whatever the hell her name is. Did not want to see her win it. I've said it. Caitlin Clark got me actually interested in the WNBA. Got me watching some games, even though I had to watch Angel Reese miss 17 shots in a row and get her own rebound.
I like Angel Reese.
They love her.
She's getting a lot of rebounds though.
If you're getting heralded, if you're getting with kindergartners, bro, come on. But anyway, Caitlin Clark rightfully deserved it. The whole controversy of like, oh, they should have put the entire league on the cover. They even tried to gaslight her and force her into being like, well, yeah, maybe they should have put someone black on the cover or some shit like that. I'm like, are you kidding me? Just celebrate the fact that people care about the WNBA. This chick is insane, dude. Like, she's so freaking talented, man. It's crazy. Let her enjoy it. Like, could you imagine if people would have came after Jordan when he was freaking killing? You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Like, oh, how dare you, Jordan? Get your own shoe. You're a nobody. You're a freaking little black boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Jordan was the GOAT. We saw it when he was young. We saw how much work he put in, how hard he worked, Yep. And same shit with her, bro. Just let her fucking enjoy it. That shit pisses me off.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Doesn't make sense to me. If you got a star, then you're supposed to ride that star. That's a good thing for you. That's bringing up viewership. So you should try to keep them happy, so that they're happy. They keep playing and the people keep watching. NBA head coach don't wear a suit anymore in the game. They don't. Well, I think I've seen some in some tracksuits, so that don't count. So you're probably right. Tucson says
They can if they want to, but they just choose not to.
Tucson says Luigi's gonna do 10 to 15. DNLC says he'll serve 5. Y'all are crazy, bro. That dude's going to jail for the rest of his life. Y'all want to make some bets on this one? Jay says they're gonna make an example out of that dude. Yeah, exactly. Especially all those judges are connected. Some billionaire. I don't know if they're gonna pay him off, but some billionaire's gonna talk to him and be like, "You gotta have our back, man. This one's for the upper class." James Wynn says she won Rookie of the Year. My bad. I thought, well, people were saying that she wasn't going to win it. I never did hear an announcement, so I assumed Angel Reese won it, but I guess not. He'll get some endorsement deal. They're going to give Luigi no endorsement deal. Maybe Nintendo. Tucson says the jury will be 8-4 at worst. Yeah, it's going to be hard to get an impartial jury on that one. If you love her, why don't you marry her? I'm sure if Mo could marry Caitlin Clark, he'd probably be down.
I mean, I'm good. I have a girl, but I'm just saying, I just don't like when. Listen, man, I talk a lot of shit, and I'll be the first person to put somebody in their place if they deserve it. I'm also one of the first people to prop people up and give them props and respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But only if people put in the work and the effort, man, to make me think they give a shit. People that try to just float on through life and make me do all the work for them while they sit back and capitalize. Nah, fuck those people. But a girl like Caitlin Clark, nah, man, you got to respect it. That chick is generational talent.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how she shapes out. I mean, she's got a long way to go. It's only her second year in the league. She could just, tear her Achilles next week and never play again. You never know. Hopefully she doesn't. What he says, Caitlin works harder than anyone. News now says that WNBA is cooked. I mean, I still can't watch the WNBA. They play basketball with the volleyball. Yeah, it's like Mo said, it's kind of like watching middle schoolers play. And my kid ain't in the game, so I don't want to watch. Tucson says they don't wear suits on the national news anymore. Depends on which news you're watching. You're probably watching News Nation over there, bro. James West says 1950s and 1970s, they always wore suits. People don't even wear suits to interviews anymore. I'm not a big guy on the suit thing. I mean, I wouldn't wear a suit either if I was in that position personally, if they didn't make me. Don't buy tickets for the WNBA. Save your money. I mean, they're like $5. Tucson says, do they have to convict first? No jury will convict. I mean, they're going to be able to find people who don't know anything about this case. It's not hard. There's a lot of recluses out there. People who just don't even have a TV and they don't pay no attention to that stuff. I meant Angel Reese for you. Oh, okay. Luigi is part of the OJ generation. What? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Apparently he does, his grandfather owns like a country club, so he's not like he's poor. He's pretty rich himself. But yeah, I agree with Mo about the Caitlin Clark thing. She's a star. She's earned it, so I don't know why everybody's hating on her, but I think it's more people on social media and in the media than it is WNBA players, besides this one particular coach who was kind of tripping, and that's why everybody's tripping on that coach. That's why she's kind of the topic and not really Caitlin Clark, because people are like, you're crazy, chill out. All right, y'all, let's talk a little bit about politics. I have an interesting topic to talk about of politics, and then we'll talk about some recent events. But this is a tweet that I saw, so I wanted to do some research about it, and it had a whole lot of views. I think it says, yeah, over there, 4 million views. It's breaking news. The Russian cancer vaccine will be free for all of Russian citizens. So apparently, Russia has created a vaccine for cancer, and they're giving it away free to all of its citizens. So first we got to find out if it's real, and if it is real, I mean, what is this? Does this change our view of Russia? It's kind of wild. Not one, that they were able to create the vaccine, but two, that they're giving it to everybody for free. Here's a little bit of a summary from Grok. It says, in Russia, the cancer vaccine named Interomix has been announced to be available for free to patients. This vaccine targets melanomas and even metastases, according to statements from the Russian Ministry of Health and related health officials. So I tried to do some research on it. It was kind of hard to find anything on it. I did find this one website, and I think it had a Russian URL. And it kind of just breaks down what exactly the Interomix is. So I'm still not convinced that it's real. I feel like if it was real, that I would hear more about it. This is the only thing I've heard about it. And like I said, it's not a lot of results when you Google it. So Mo, what do you think? Do you think Russia really has created this vaccine for cancer?
I mean, if they did, that's crazy. Like revolutionary.
Yes.
My concern is that they didn't, and that instead of nuking his own country before he's done, Putin, I think he's going to try to do some crazy shit and just inject people with some wild-ass disease or something. It's going to be absolute genocide. This is not on the up and up. I don't... And the fact that, remember when we had, the vaccine for COVID or whatever?
Yeah.
They already have the data at how many people will just go blindly get this shit, So I don't know, man. I don't trust it, because it's like, everyone's like, oh my God, they got a vaccine for cancer, like they're curing cancer. Like, how come nobody knew about this?
Right, that's kind of the difference, though. It's not a cure for cancer; it's a vaccine for cancer.
Sorry, vaccine for cancer, yeah.
Which is weird, because it says it targets melanomas and metastases, is whatever that word is, which would mean cancers that already exist. So how is it a vaccine? That's the part that kind of confused me. The vaccine targets melanomas and even metastases, according to statements from the Russian Ministry of Health, but it's a vaccine and it's not a cure. So that part kind of seems a little trippy, but I mean, I wouldn't put it past the fact that maybe people in Russia, doctors in Russia and scientists are closer to finding a cure. Maybe they actually did find some type of vaccine before Americans. I mean, that's not like super surprising, but you mean, remember back in the days, there's times when other countries were ahead of us in different technologies that we weren't even close to achieving yet. So I wouldn't be super surprised. Like the polio vaccine, that didn't come from American. I think that was, it might have came from, it was the guy who gave it away for free, which was really wild. But I don't know if I believe it, man. Like MoKnowz doesn't seem convinced.
Nothing in this world is free. Okay?
Yeah.
There will always be a price.
Okay. Mr. Wynn says, we're ready to load up on crypto. I am ready to load up on crypto. I need y'all to tell me which crypto to buy. We're going to talk about that in a second. Punch Polly says, she said white privilege made her good. Is that true? She did mention that she had white privilege. I don't think she said that it made her good. Maybe she did. I didn't read the article.
I think it was in response to a question about what they were talking about why they didn't put all the... It said like the league is built on black girls or something, black players.
Right.
And so I guess... I don't know, man. Like I said, like, what do you want the freaking girl to say, bro? Like, she's just a girl playing basketball. Like, watch an interview with her. She's not cocky. She's not conceited. She's not trying to showboat or put anybody down. She's actually trying to lift up everybody around her. You know? Right. So I don't know. It's just weird to me.
Tuzel says, tell me what Russia has ever done correctly. Nesting dolls. Bitcoin BMW says, I'm pretty sure
yeah.
they're crushing it on the nesting dolls. I'm pretty sure this is how the zombies started in I Am Legend. I think it was some type of cancer vaccine.
And cartoon villains, by the way.
Oh, great.
Russians make very good cartoon villains. Boris in the Dasha. Yes.
Appreciate you. Thomas Congress
Must find bull.
There will always
bull
be
and squirrel, always interfering with my plans.
Is that Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Yeah.
Thomas Congress said there will always be a price. Sometimes it's your health. Are you saying there might be side effects? Because apparently this vaccine has no price. It's free if you're a Russian citizen, which I have a niece. I don't even know if I should say this, but a niece who lives in Russia or close to Russia and has lived there for 20 years. She teaches English there. Thomas Congress says nesting dolls. I'm telling you, bro. Nesting dolls and Drago. I don't know what that is. That sounds like something from a rap song. That sounds like slang.
No, that's the opponent from Rocky IV, man.
Oh, I know Drago with the blonde hair. My bad.
I must break you.
And don't forget vodka, of course. All right, all right. And then also what's going on in politics, a lot of people are talking about, is another school shooting that went down in, I don't even know what state it was, but I know that the people on the right came out and said that this was a transgender, the shooter, and then of course they found out that it wasn't a transgender. And I thought we'd talk about a little bit about gun control and what you think about gun control. Do you think something should be done about it? I mean, I know Mo doesn't have any kids, so sometimes when you have a kid and there's all these school shootings, maybe it kind of changes your mind about it a little bit. I don't know. Everybody has their own opinion on gun control, and I can really see the argument on both sides. So where do you stand on it, Mo? Do you think we should ban guns? Should we ban assault rifles? Should we do nothing? Let people own bazookas? What's the cutoff?
So I don't have a kid, you're right. But my girl is a teacher who teaches in a school where these school shootings take place. And I'm a huge proponent of head on a swivel. You know, don't live your life scared, but understand that other people don't have your best interest as their interest. Okay? So head on a swivel, always be mindful who's walking by, who's walking in, who's walking out, right?
Right.
Listen, my stance on guns, I don't like them. I've never shot one. Well, I've shot a hunting rifle, but I've never seen like an AR-15 or like a gun that I've used in Call of Duty. Never. Now, I think a gun, like anything else, like driving a car or whatever, you get a license, right? You shouldn't be able just to walk in and get a gun, okay?
True.
Without some sort of, criminal background check. There should be at least a week of some sort of background check or whatever. Maybe, if you have a license and you have a background check, sure, go into a gunsmith, right? Tell them what you need and walk out with a gun. You're a responsible, licensed, gun holder or gun owner. But it just feels like a lot of gun laws are like, where did these guns come from? Oh, we don't know. Or, oh, they came through the system here. Or they did that. Like, just make it so that if you're caught doing illegal weapons, you're done. You know what I mean? But you have to be able to, again, have a license, certain age, whatever. I don't hate guns. I don't think guns should be like outlawed. Now, here's what I do think: any gun that's like modified or like an assault rifle has no business being anywhere except maybe like a military environment, right? Like
So you think
a
they
handgun.
should outlaw AR-15s?
Sure, I know they have like kits or something that can turn like a single shot into a semi-automatic or some shit like that. I don't know,
Right,
like
yeah.
something, like a name for it, I forget. But those things should not be allowed. But if you have a pistol, revolver, shotgun for home safety, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Sure, man. Like, you should absolutely be allowed to have that. As a matter of fact, when I moved to Texas, I'm gonna get a gun. You know what I mean?
So why not get one while you're in New York?
No carry here. What's the fun?
Oh, yeah, you can't carry it in public.
Nope. That's what I'm saying. That's why if you're in Texas, people don't fuck around like that, man. Because they're like, I got my beholden. You know?
I bet everybody's strapped in Texas.
That's why people get along in Texas. All right? So look around.
Nicest
but
place
that-
in the country. Nobody
Yeah,
wants
but
to talk
that's-
trash and get shot.
Yeah. But I mean, that's my take. Like I said, I think everybody has the right to, bear arms and own guns.
Yep.
But the same way that you want to drink, be a certain age, want to drive a car, get a license, take a test, show that you're responsible, sure, get rewarded. But I don't think anybody should be like, I think the girl that did it, and I know there was like, talk about transgender, stuff like that. I mean, then I saw a quick interview with the boyfriend or something, sharing pictures and talking. I mean, she was a girl, had family issues, felt like her family hated her. It was a mistake or something. But tell you what, that chick was into some heavy stuff, man.
What kind of
Like
stuff?
from what, a lot of, school shootings, especially the Columbine stuff. She was heavily into that.
yikes.
KMFDM, a lot of like, a disrupt the system type of stuff, whether it be music, activists, movies. Everything that she did was based around that. That manifesto, if that is true, and it seems like it is, that's some scary shit. The fact that people like that exist on this planet and can think that way proves to me that I am. Some days I feel like I'm a shitty human being. I am not. Because my brain does not operate that way. All men are scum, all men are shit. It's like I thought about killing myself or whatever, but I feel like it's better to take other people with me first. It's like, what?
Dang. Yeah, I think I was going to say I haven't seen anything about the manifesto, but I do remember somebody tweeting that she said that all men need to be killed first so that women can start society over.
Yeah, and how does that make sense? Like, what are they going to do? They're going to go...
I was wondering that too. How does that work?
Like, okay, so where's the semen coming from?
I guess, I mean, these days, as long as you got a few female scientists, you could impregnate them using in vitro or whatever. Maybe they're onto something. Try it. Thomas Conger says, we got any info about what pills this person was on? I know a lot of people say that a lot of the school shooters end up being on some
Probably
type
on
of
some
medication,
antidepressant or something, yeah.
antidepressants, SSRIs, and stuff like that. Yeah, it is always a pill problem. And that comes back to the whole healthcare problem in Luigi Mangione. I mean, that's what they're doing. They want to they're down to mess our kids up as long as it's giving them a profit. And I think somebody mentioned it in the chat last week. They probably have a cure for cancer, but they don't want to cure cancer because they make a lot of money off of cancer medications. And it's really wild when you look at the prices that other countries pay for the exact same medication. We pay like 10 to 20 times as much, sometimes even more. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the whole reason is because health insurance companies exist. There's just really no reason for them to exist. And another problem with the school shootings, like Pokepoke saying here, it's not safe still in schools. Like even if we were to outlaw AR-15s, a school shooter could still come into a school with a backpack full of guns, and who knows what kind of damage they could do. That's why the schools need better funding.
There's no argument that you're minimalizing the damage by not allowing or outlawing, assault, like any sort of like semi-automatic. Because again, by the time you get the pistol, certain amount of shots, it takes shots in between. The load, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think we
you're
should
definitely
outlaw.
I'm not saying one's right or wrong. I'm saying you're minimizing the impact. You know what I'm saying? So just want to make sure, like, there's no way that you're doing the same amount of damage with a pistol that you are with like an AR-15. Like,
Yeah, definitely. And I don't even personally say that you should outlaw assault rifles in general. I think you need to have experts come up with a particular rate of fire that is a limit, and then once a gun shoots faster than that particular rate of fire, then it's no longer legal. So you need experts to do that, absolutely. But I get on that. The point I wanted to make is that you need to fund these schools better so that they can have better security. And I don't like the idea, and you hear the right-wingers on Twitter, the crazy ones, say stuff like hire a veteran and put 2 veterans at every school and give them assault rifles or something. Like, that's going to lead to some horrible things happening out there.
Yeah, no, that's
a horrible idea. But we do need better security. I mean, I know even schools around here have, like, I think a couple schools around here have metal detectors, and I know they got the locked doors and stuff, but I feel like you can have higher class security if you are better funded. How do they afford to get guns?
I agree. I just want to touch on that real quick because, again, my girl's a teacher, okay?
Yeah, right.
And they actually have drills now where they actually do drills for school shootings.
Oh, I guarantee you. I saw this
That's crazy. Like, you're traumatizing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
traumatizing everybody, even if they're not involved in a school shooting, because now they have to picture and think about it. That's horrible.
And you have to think about some other poor little kid that have gone through this before.
Yes.
Like, you know, we used to do earthquake drills.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Or like, you know, they used to do like it was like bomb drills and stuff, like, you know, back in the days, but there was like nuclear threats. But I mean, even that was like, oh, we're doing it because it's like the safest thing. But like, they're telling these kids that like, you know, what to do. And then, like I said, the kids are like, oh my God, kids have gone through this before. Like, I can't even imagine going to school in that situation, you know? Yeah. And the problem with the security, and it's actually the problem across the board, it's not just security, everyone's distracted, right? And maybe we'll tie back to the drones real quick. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. It might be the best thing that ever happened. And we talk about it all the time. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody pays attention because everybody's locked in on their damn phone. Everyone's looking down. When I'm out driving around, these freaking idiot kids and people 20s walking around, dude, they're not even looking. They're just looking down at their phone.
It's true. Walking in the middle of the road.
Yep. And guess what? Now with the drones, people are starting to look up a little bit more.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So maybe people start getting their nose out of the freaking phones back into the world, and maybe security, schools will be safer because people will be paying attention. And maybe parents will stop giving their freaking kids iPads at 2 and getting lost in their own little degeneracy world. And maybe, you know, we can get a family structure in this world again too. That would be nice, you know?
Yeah. I think it'd be good for society. How do they afford to get guns? I know a lot of people, a lot of the school shooters using their parents' guns. I know a couple of them were actually given guns, like for their birthday and stuff, by their parents, the guns that they used. I still can't afford one or get my hands on one, and I know shady people. You don't have a gun store? We got gun stores around here everywhere. You can go to the pawn shop and get a gun because society.
That was the message, by the way, that I guess she said to her boyfriend. When said like she got a gun or something.
Yeah.
And she was like, like how she got it. It was like something, and my dad's stupidity. Like basically she played him or something and got it as a gift for her birthday.
Oh, I see. Yeah. See, that's how a lot of them get their guns, is through the parents, and the parents were the ones that caused this depression that she had to deal with too. So I mean, a lot of the blame could be put on the parents, and I've seen cases in the past where parents get in trouble and go to jail for actions that their children take because of, I guess, how they contributed to it.
Wasn't the last one? Wasn't the last?
Yes.
Wasn't the dad arrested because?
Yeah, that was recently.
That was recently. Yeah, wasn't the dad arrested on that because he was basically just?
I don't remember what the kid did. Was it a shooting?
Yeah, wasn't it a shooting or something? Like his dad just like either didn't give him the guns or like left him open or some shit.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. I definitely remember the dad.
It was crazy negligence. That's all I remember was that they actually arrested the dad on that.
Shout out to C Spills in the chat. Let's go. Congress says because security saves lives in prison. Yeah, it does actually. Imagine how many lives would be lost in prisons if there was no security. So you didn't picture that part of it. C Spills says, who stopped this girl? Apparently it was a 5th grader who called 911. Which is weird. Like, I can't believe, was it a 5-year-old? It was either a 5th grader or a 5-year-old. It might have been, I think it was actually the 5-year-old that called 911, which is pretty crazy. Like, where were the teachers at? How is it the 5-year-old? And apparently she was the only one who called 911. I don't know how it ended. Do you know, Mo?
I do not. It was just stuff like that depresses me.
Yeah,
I try
not to read too much about it either.
I mean, I see like the important details when they come out, but I'm not like, oh, how did it end? I'm not looking at it like a TV show or a movie. I think she died, right?
Right.
Because apparently that was like the last thing that she did was like, I'll be dead within 6 hours or something, and she did like an OK symbol on Instagram or something.
So she either shot herself or the police shot her, most likely then. Shout out to Florida State Makeover is back. We're ready for that alpha. We waited just for you, Florida State Makeover. Let's get that alpha. We're going to move down to the crypto topic for this week. We don't have any Web3 games for you. I know Photo Finish Live just had their monthly Foes Day and Derby. So, that, just the usual stuff going on in the world of Web3 gaming. Nothing new in particular.
Web3 gaming's in a tough spot right now, is the short of it. Like I said, man, a lot of people I know that are big, streamers and stuff, every time I mention certain crypto or NFT games to them, not only is just the pushback from them crazy, their chat just like fucking goes crazy on me to the point where I'm like, I gotta just hide everybody. And, the world that we live in, if the streamers aren't playing the game, it's not considered a successful game. You should be able to look on Steam charts and be like, oh, a game has X amount of players, it's successful, right?
Right.
You can't even do that nowadays because people, all they do is like, well, what's the Twitch metrics? How many people are playing it? How many followers are on the category? And these are actual metrics that game devs and people in these, management firms that represent streamers, that's what they're looking at. Stuff like that. And then like, was it CPI or something for chat, for the chat interactivity? So stuff like that, But when you mention crypto and NFT, it doesn't meet those metrics. So I don't know. It's gonna have to be some, wolf in sheep clothing, and I hope it's off the grid. But
something like off the grid, something that's like a AAA game that has blockchain technology integrated in it, but it's not like at the forefront.
Yep.
Yeah. Crazy Dan, there's a good Web3 game right there. I don't know if you've been playing Mo, but Fishmas is happening right now. There's a game developed.
I love Fishmas.
Do you participate in Fishmas?
I do. I made a lot of money last year during Fishmas.
Nice. It's going down right now. I signed up for my account just Saturday and started mining coal.
Yeah, I mined one of the gold gems last year. Maybe it might have been the year before.
I know people have been mining like some diamonds this year. They're going for 100 gems each.
Yeah, gems.
Yeah, you can sell them on the VeVe market now. You get the airdrops with the stuff that you mine.
Really?
Oh yeah, you didn't know, man? It's going down. Everybody's pretty pumped about this.
I had the gold. I hope that wasn't retroactive.
I don't know.
Because I had a gold freaking gem. I sold it for like $200.
Oh really?
Yeah, like real money, like on OpenSea.
Oh crap! I didn't know you could do that. Shout out to Viper Actives in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us, Viper Active. Yeah, Fishmas is going down on VeVe right now. If you want to find out more about it, just do a little search on Twitter. You'll find out about it. I played it a little bit on my stream on Saturday. You can go back and watch that. Maybe it was Sunday. C-Spill says quantum computers are big in stocks. QTUM ETF is doing very well. Single stocks, QPT. I've heard qubits, people talking about QBTS. And I know the whole breakthrough with Microsoft's new chip, they say is quantum computing. I don't know if it technically is quantum computing. Tucson says, what is quantum computing? Oh, bro. I'll break it down for you, but it's really technical. Basically, I don't want to get too technical with it because I don't know perfectly exactly what it is, but it's microchips that can solve problems that it would take the best computers right now millions of years to solve. They can solve them within 5 minutes. And I know that the new it's actually Google, the new Google chip was able to solve one particular problem that would have taken our current best computers billions, trillions, more than trillions of years to solved it in 5 minutes. But I don't know if it solves all the problems or if that was just one particular problem. And that's kind of why stuff that is associated with quantum computing right now is going up in value, because it's kind of been on the news and people think that quantum computing is coming. But if it is, that's not a good thing. That's kind of a scary thing, because having that type of computing power, I mean, they could break the blockchain. They could crack every seed phrase that exists in like 2 seconds. So it scares me. What do you think about it, Mo?
Well, I mean, there's always going to be safeguards in place and handrails and stuff like that, and it's still going to come up to us to, safeguard our information. But one of my favorite shows is the old one, and even the new one I enjoyed was Quantum Leap.
Oh, I love Quantum Leap with Scott Bakula.
Scott Bakula, yeah. And the new one, like I said, with the Asian dude, I forget his name.
I haven't seen that
It's
one.
actually really good. It's actually a really good show. But the point is that, yeah, I mean, the reason why I love that show is because, like, the point of it is, like, yeah, using, like, quantum computing. They can, you know, do every possible scenario at every point in time. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
In the blink of an eye and say, okay, this is where we got to be to fix this. And, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, there was sci-fi involved with the whole, you know, moving from one timeline to another, or, you know, whatever, moving to a different body. But I don't know, man. Like, I definitely think it's doable. I think a lot of sci-fi stuff that we see growing up is basically just a glimpse of the future. So,
yeah, if that happens, man, technology is gonna go fast. It's gonna get crazy. C-Spell says, is VeVe doing the 12 days of Christmas again? No, they've done it every year since as long as I can remember. But for some reason, unless I'm mistaken, they're not doing the 12 days of Christmas this year. I don't. Maybe they forgot about it. Maybe they got a new team in there, but I've not heard anything about it. Example, computers.
Ben Rose is Jewish, right? So they don't really celebrate Christmas. Maybe they're like.
Is he?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. By the way, I actually don't know
He's
that.
New Zealandish.
I don't know. It's a joke.
C-Spill says, for example, computers solve problems one at a time. Quantum computers solve them all at once. That's right. They check every possible combination or every possible solution. Florida State Makeover says, not super alpha, but make sure you're going on Coinbase and doing your quizzes to get the free money. Interesting. I've got a little bit of Algorand from doing the quizzes on Coinbase. And I know they've been advertising that a lot too, so it kind of makes sense. But yeah, check out Florida State Makeover with the alpha over there. It says to go do your quizzes. They might be giving away some really good coins right now. Tucson says, because like quantum physics does stuff that can't be proven except through math, I think. Yeah, things like wormholes. Or a computer on Limitless Pill. I like that movie. I used to love the Jetsons. Can't wait to win a Rosie. Are they dropping
Good morning, Mr. Bruin. What'll it be today, Mr. B? You want some coffee with your toast?
Wow, I didn't even think about
That's
Rosie.
actually pretty good Rosie, right? I actually do.
That was really good. Yeah. And it's the fact that he even knew who Rosie was, for one, and then you were able to duplicate her voice. That's impressive. All right, and crypto.
One of my favorite cartoons growing up, dude.
Yeah,
I used to watch it every
Jetsons.
morning before school.
Yeah. Everybody loves Jetsons, if you're old enough. There was this new information put out about the Hawk-Tua coin. If you were following us last week, you watched the show last week, we talked about the whole Hawk-Tua rug pull. And we shared the Twitter space where Haley Welch, the Hawk-Tua girl, said...
Wait a second, real quick, Walt. Give me some feedback on this chat. I might have to start doing this as a new voice.
All right, Mr. J. The horses are around the opening turn. Now we got Mr. Vol in the lead. How do we think? Can I do that as a race call voice? Does that work?
Only if your crowd is in their 40s or older. If so, then yes, absolutely.
That is true. Most people don't understand my characters when I do them. But
They need to make a Jetsons movie, a live-action Jetsons movie. That would be dope. Why not? We should do it. They should do it. All right. So one of those people that were in that Twitter space, and one of the developers, actually the developer for the Hawk-Tua coin, is the Over Here person. There's him, and then there's the Doc Hollywood guy we talked about as well. And Over Here just put something out yesterday. We haven't heard from the Hawk-Tua girl since she went to bed that night in the Twitter space. Everybody says she's been asleep for 7 days now. They've been updating us on how long Haley Welch has been sleeping, because she hasn't said literally anything on Twitter since this happened. So he came out with this big long Twitter thread about what he says happened during the Hawk-Tua launch and his whole plan for Hawk-Tua. And he pretty much puts all the blame on the Doc Hollywood guy, which the Doc Hollywood guy seems a little bit sus to me anyway, so I kind of believe him. I'll pull up the whole entire thread, show a couple of different things from it. I wanted to see what Mo thought about it. I don't know if you saw this.
Oh, I did actually. I read it, and I don't actually I was chuckling because I don't normally go into stuff like this, but I actually read every single additional post on this tweet because I was like, what could they possibly say to try to backtrack on this? They're like, oh, by the way, we're still a really good tool to go out and, bridge the gap between Web 2 and Web 3. I'm like, bro, who the hell do you think? You might as well just close it up, dude. Pack up shop, get the hell out of Dodge. You're done. You're cooked. Yeah, that's comical. That whole freaking tweet was comical.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to save his reputation at this point. He probably made I don't want to say millions of dollars. He probably made hundreds of thousands of dollars, and now he's feeling bad about it. He wants to make people like him again.
So was that proven? Because that's what I was trying to figure out. Now I know that the whole team and everything, and who's that cowboy-looking goofball that she was hanging out with so often?
Choose Rich Nick.
Yeah.
Hey, I like Choose Rich Nick. Calm down.
Yeah, well, I did too, but you know what I'm saying? You hear some of the conversations that if those leaked conversations are real on video, that dude's a scumbag, and he deserves it too, because they are all in on it. They were all in on it. So, but here's the thing: in 2024, it could be AI. You don't know what the hell is what anymore. You know what I'm saying? Which, and I think we talked about this. We're gonna have to get to a point in our lives where it's gonna be a federal law where any AI bot has to emit some inaudible tone, almost like a dog whistle, right? Mm-hmm. That can only be detected when played back to a certain scenario. Okay, and I came up with this idea actually for DVR. My cable company was trying to implement it. You know how DVRs never record on the right times?
Yes.
It's like, oh, it shut off early, or the game went to overtime and I didn't catch the end of the game, right?
Right.
Well, I always said, like, what if there was an inaudible tone that was like a marker for DVRs to be like, oh, there's the inaudible tone, cut the feed, save the recording. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So something similar. We're going to have some sort of tech integrated into AI, like almost like a watermark, an audio watermark. Because you don't know what the hell is real and what's not anymore. Whether it's audio, video. I mean, sometimes you could see the mouths and you could break it down, but if it's a quick glimpse of something, who the hell knows, dude? You know?
Yeah, I think people are going to be able to create their own AI, and they'll just find a way around it and won't put a watermark into theirs, and then everybody else has a watermark, and then since this one doesn't have the watermark, you believe it's real. That may be even scarier. I don't know, man.
Oh, but then they're liable under federal law to go to jail. It's like,
True.
You know the thing where it's like, cut the tag off a mattress?
Yes.
It's no big deal, right? You can just go up, rip the tag off, or cut it off, but everybody I've talked to is always like, no, I don't want to do that shit.
I'm not
It's
taking
a federal law.
Yeah.
Nobody even knows why. It's like, what the hell? It's a freaking mattress tag. It's itchy when I sleep on it. But don't cut that shit off. That's 5 to 10.
There's a good reason. There's a good reason why. I forget what it was, but I saw somebody, maybe a little video on it or something, explaining it, and I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. Pokey says, I love Bitcoin. Here's my question. I don't know what I should buy because I feel like the bull run has just started. It's probably going to be a couple more months at least, and it's probably going to get even bullier once Trump takes office, depending on what type of policies or executive orders he passes. So, like,
well, the day Gary Gensler steps down, shit's going ballistic, parabolic in a way we've never seen.
So, I've got a couple $1,000 that I want to put into crypto. Should I put everything into Bitcoin and just ride it out and start DCAing and wait for it to be worth millions? Because it's probably, you zoom out, it only goes up. It's probably eventually going to be worth $1 million. Or should I try to make more money faster by getting into something that's more of an altcoin like XRP or Cardano or Avalanche? Or should I get into a small cap or spread my money around, get stuff like Medicaid and Tectum? I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. That's my problem. That's why I haven't bought anything yet, because I had just cashed out last week. So I had a really good last couple of weeks, made a nice little amount of money, cashed it all out, and now I'm trying to decide what to buy it with. So what's your play? I see we got Big A in the chat. He'll give us the alpha. He's really good with crypto. What's your play right now, Mo? Or if you were in my shoes, what would you do?
Same advice I gave people back in the 90s when I got my Series 7 for stocks and shit, man. Diversify. You know what I'm saying? Don't put all your eggs in one basket, no matter what you do in life. Life's a pizza pie. You know what I'm saying? Put a slice here, slice there, slice there.
But then it's all small stuff. I feel like I can't make like a $10,000 gain.
No. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying to split it up 8 ways. But I'm saying you could take half a pie of Bitcoin. Right. You ever get like half a pie plain and like a quarter with mushroom or a quarter with sausage?
We don't call them pies, but yeah, pizza.
Yeah. So you figure it out. And honestly, yeah. So the real play was to actually put money into gold, like I was doing and talking about like a year ago. Oh yeah. Because I made a lot of money on that. But gold. Digital gold is Bitcoin, right? We know that. You know it, I know it, chat knows it, everybody knows it. So yeah, maybe diversify, half into Bitcoin, let it go, let it run, take a little bit in the small cap, go for that overnight 10xer here and there. Dude, listen, I explained this to my homie too, and he was like, damn, I never thought of it that way. So when you gamble like sports, right? You
Right.
put 100 to win on the Pacers, right?
Right.
If that bet loses, you're cooked. You're like, that money's gone. But in crypto or trading, you could put 100 in and you're wrong. You could walk out with 90. You could walk out with 85. You could take that 10% hit. You could call your losses, right?
True. Yeah.
Can't do that in gambling.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I think there's more room for error to fuck around and be like, hey, throw something in. You know, maybe I wake up tomorrow and it fucking 10x's on me, and I take out my initial investment. I take out some profits, and then I keep the rest in the, you know, in the account. You know.
Yeah.
That's what I did with Bonk, dude. I wound up making like 5K off Bonk. Should have been like 400,000, but I sold my original allotment from PFL like an idiot.
Dang.
And never bought it back. But I sold a shit ton, had a bunch extra, kept it there, it ran again, it ran again, it ran. Now it's back up to like 2,000 from my original profit money I left in there. You know.
Nice. Yeah. I should have
And
left
if
a
Bonk
little
goes
bit
to
of
if
room
Bonk
back.
goes to a penny, I'm loaded.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's a
Smart.
hell of a market cap, but you know.
I like that idea. Diversify. I might like put half into Bitcoin and then spread the other half around into some small caps. C-Spell says, is it a NZT48 token, the Limitless pill? I don't remember. That sounds right though. That's a good movie. Thomas Conger thought you were doing a Rosie O'Donnell impression, which probably sounds like
Actually,
her.
probably not too far off, honestly.
That's what I was thinking too. Brewing in the chat, making some robot sounds. Let's go. You easily learn about the mattress. You can easily learn about the mattress tag thing. Big A says, actually saw a documentary on why people were putting bad materials into mattresses to make them cheaper. So government stepped in and made them disclose materials, and it's illegal to remove the tag. Oh, I think I do. I think I had something to do with what I was talking about when I saw something about why it was important not to remove tags from your mattresses. They were putting some nasty stuff in the mattress because you can stuff it with anything. People weren't opening them up to look, and people were getting away with putting some corrosive materials, stuff that could be harmful to you. So that's why
I stuff my money with mattress. I stuff my mattress with money when I got that backwards.
That's a real thing. Florida State
No,
Maker says, who else held Pepe for 9 months? Not me, but I'm still holding pork, and I probably had that for about 9 months, and I think it's a little bit related to Pepe, like you can burn your Pepe for pork. But my pork, I think I bought $80 worth, and I think last I checked it was worth $25, so it's not a good thing to be holding, I guess. Use the money, invest into yourself. Need a new computer. PA says gold is up 28% for the year. Putting money into gold over crypto the past year was a huge L. Depends on which crypto. If you put it into OMI, it was a huge W. Tucson says
true.
it says owner can remove tag now until 1980 or so.
I also made way more profit than 28% getting in and out multiple times. But I do love me buying some gold, because if the world were to come to an end from aliens and these fucking drones, Bitcoin could be worth shit, but gold could be worth everything. And again, the whole world might be obliterated, so it might all be null and void.
Could be the same with quantum computing. If that becomes a thing overnight, then crypto might have a problem. But I do think crypto is becoming more popular, more mainstream.
Wait, so you don't think quantum computing could aid or help blockchain in any means? I would have destroyed it, because it would be able to give people seed phrases?
Well, I think I've heard other things too about how it can affect the blockchain, but seed phrases.
I'll research it. I'm just asking because I don't really know. But
seed phrases is one that I thought of. I mean, it's not hard to create password cracking programs, and if you have quantum computing ability, you can try every word in the English language on every spot of a seed phrase in like a minute. So how would you not be able to crack seed phrases really easily?
I guess you really have to know the algorithm of. I'm trying to think, because I've set up multiple accounts for people I've known to try to give the words and the seed phrases. I probably had their seed phrases because they don't trust themselves to have it. They're like, "Can you hold on to mine?" I'm like, "Come on, man, the fuck."
Big A says buying Bitcoin now is safe bet, but not a big upside. 50% to 100% up from here is likely to top. And I would have to go to like 200,000 just for me to get a 2x. That's what I always say about Bitcoin, though. That's what I've been saying since it was at 30K. I feel like eventually I gotta shut up and just buy something and start DCAing like $100 a week. Pepe went up 1,600% last year. Let's go if you were holding it this whole time. Congratulations, Florida State Makeover. Unless you bought it after the pump, I don't know. It could generate enough hash power to do a 51% attack and take over blockchain and change it. There you go. Doesn't need to crack anything. That's rough. That's scary. But I think we're far away from that. I don't know. Maybe not.
Then
Maybe
blockchain would have to come up with some sort of anti-measure for that, or maybe it's just maybe Solana, Ethereum, they build some sort of chain.
Yeah, what blockchain is
quantum
the
chain.
most secure from that? That's what we need to find out, and then invest in that blockchain.
Yeah, or some sort of like open source. Again, you can call it even like or a quantum chain or something. Quantum chain accepts Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin. It's so fast it can remove all transaction fees. All gas fees will be eliminated thanks to quantum.
Right. If the hackers have access to quantum computing, that means so do the programmers, though. So maybe they can. I don't know. It's gonna get sticky. Shout out to Abdullah's in the chat. Let's go. Good morning, Abdullah. Florida State Makeover says it will affect how fast Bitcoin gets mined. That's another good point. Yeah.
Oh, for mining.
Right.
That's a great point. I'm only thinking of it from like an exploit
Right.
perspective. Yeah, that's a great point for mining. Yeah, that's right, because it processes the blocks and the hashes. Yep. All right.
Abdullah
Makes
says
sense now. I
quantum.
gotta research that though. That's a good.
I just hope it's not as close as they're pretending like they are. Quantum computers will solve it quickly. It's gonna be a problem. All right, let's move on to VeVe. I know we got a lot of VeVe collectors in the chat. And they just announced like an hour ago. At this point, I guess it's been 2.5 hours ago. But I don't know exactly what date it is. Oh, there you go. Sunday, December 22nd.
Bambi.
This Sunday, we got first appearance of Bambi. Now, of course, it's always going to depend on the edition sizes, whether it's a good drop to go for. I'll see if they have an article yet. Maybe they don't. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't yet. It's just an announcement. Oh, nope, they got full details. So we'll pull that up and check out the edition sizes on it. You would think Bambi is a pretty popular character. It's a Disney collectible. It's going to be a first appearance. Let's see what they're talking about over here. We got the friend Al. That was his name. They didn't even give that poor guy a name. All right, there's 2,000 of those. It looks like retail is going to be 20 gems. Probably going to be blind box. Ooh, we got the skunk Flower. Yeah, remember her name was Flower. I like the skunk. Skunk's pretty dope. It's the uncommon though, so it's going to be under retail. Then you got Bambi. Bambi's the rare. First appearance, 742 editions. I think this one's going to be above retail, but let's see what else is in there. Oh, Thumper. I forgot about Thumper. Thumper is the ultra rare. Come on, you got to make Bambi the secret rare. So Thumper's going to be the ultra rare, and then we have Feline. I don't remember no Feline.
Who the hell is this?
Feline first meets Bambi in the field when they are young, and they become smitten with each other as they grow older. That's her boyfriend? Okay, so the secret rare is Feline. I don't know if I'm saying that right. With only
That's her boyfriend? Disney really was ahead of the times. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't remember the deer boyfriend at all. I thought there would be like the hunter, which would be kind of cool, and Bambi's mom with animated blood. No, that's messed up. But
just think about it. You're a deer. You're down at the brook with your little doe eyes, and then bam, fucking bullet right between the eyes. You know this from?
No.
If chat gets it real quick. But continue.
Bitcoin says there's a few cryptos that is quantum proof. Ooh, I need to know which ones. You make a quantum chain, then all the hash power would be spread between a few computers and price out every other miner, so would be as bad as a 51% attack. Yeah, that's a problem. Will it even sell out at 20 gems? If you think the rare is going to be above retail, that's going to make people want to gamble more. So I think it could sell out. Probably, that's tough. All right, we got accessories too, apparently. Let's check these out.
It's Vito. Chat's got it. My cousin Vinny, baby.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time. Good movie, though. Big A says...
Great movie, yep.
That's her baby daddy. Oh, Feline is Bambi's baby daddy. Bambi had a baby? I thought she died before she could reproduce. Man, I need to go back and watch. Was there a part 2? Shouts to the biggest bros in the chat. Miss Vito from my... Is that Marissa Tomei? I do like Marissa Tomei.
I actually have a horse named Mona Lisa Vito.
Oh, yeah?
Which is her character in My Cousin Vinny.
Let's see what's going on with these accessories. They drop the exact same time, apparently. December 22nd, 8 a.m. Pacific. December 22nd, 8 a.m. Pacific. That seems weird that they would be dropping at the exact same time. Well, it says list price 0, so let's see. These are crafts. To be eligible to craft the Friends Owls log-based digital collectible users will need to hold a Friend Owl. That's it. Just one Friend Owl. No burning. Let's see if you can buy them in the market. I don't see where it says store purchases only. So you can't buy these in the market. That's how the crafting is going to work. Although these accessories are silly. They did this with another drop not too long ago, where it's just some
It's
weird.
smart.
Yeah, I guess
It's smart, man. Listen, I'm telling you, stuff like that. As someone who dicked around with the Fortnite creative a lot, I mean, you know how people were flipping over like the posters and making shelves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just watch some of the crazy shit people are gonna be able to do with this when you start stacking these and building these and layering them. You know what I mean? Like,
True, and they're going to be free. You're going to be able to craft them for free, and you don't have to burn your collectible. So you can get the uncommon by holding the flower, which is the skunk. So I think that's the uncommon. So if you have the uncommon, you also can get the uncommon flowers base. And it looks like this is going to happen at the same time as the drop, which should be interesting when it comes to market stuff, because some of these accessories are going to be a little bit scarce. The rare you probably got to have for holding
that
Bambi.
one's dope. I like that.
Yeah, Bambi's forest base with 742 editions. Yeah, you gotta hold one Bambi in order to get that. And then we got Thumper's winter base. Of course, you're gonna have to hold Thumper for that, but it's gonna be free, and there's only 342 of them. So this gets kind of interesting. Then you got Phaline's base, secret rare, 118 editions, also gonna be free as long as you hold the Phaline. So they're incentivizing people to go for the drop, try to get some stuff that you can use to get some cool accessories too. So if you get a secret rare, it's like you get 2 secret rares. And now
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? So you kind of really hit a home run if you hit a secret rare, because you can get the secret rare, grab the base, and if people really like the base for a certain reason, you could either just sell the base, keep the collectible, or sell the collectible, keep the base. I mean, it's not like they're a package deal or anything, right? If you sell one, you don't lose them both, do you?
No, yeah. You can sell one, you're probably going to make your money back plus a lot if it's a secret rare on the market. And you get to keep a secret rare that only has 118 editions. And it's a Disney collectible from a pretty popular character. And there's also going to be a diorama dropping that same day on Sunday. An hour after the first drop is going to be the second drop. The dioramas have not been doing very well. It looks like they brought the price down a little bit. I can't remember exactly how much the Punisher and the Sabretooth ones were, but I think they were 20 or 30, and list price for this one is only 15, less than 800 editions. I think this is a drop I'll probably go for. Mo, you going for this drop?
You know, based on the collectible alone, this is why I say the VeVe isn't always doing bad things. Based on the drop alone, I'm not actually interested. But here's the thing, I'm just thinking VeVeverse and future proofing. I think a lot of those bases, man, might have value. I really do. Maybe more than the collectibles. For people that want to like do VR, AR type shit. So I'd probably go for the bases alone and maybe start stacking those, man, in the hope that I think down the road they might be sought after.
Yeah, people are going to want to decorate the outside of their VeVeverse homes, maybe even be able to create stuff inside their VeVeverse homes using some of these. And right now, you're probably right, people are not going to value them very high, so you might be able to grab them for cheap, and they end up being worth a lot once we all have access to the VeVeverse, which is apparently Q1 of 2025. Bitcoin BMW says
cool.
Algo, HBAR sell, and QRL.
Like, bro, that winter base that you have up,
yep,
I'm just picturing like that blowing up massive and then having like my Coca-Cola snow globes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they are dropping some new Coca-Cola collectibles, some Christmas ornaments, I believe, on Saturday from Coca-Cola, which is a huge IP, of course. I'm surprised that IP doesn't do better in the market on VeVe, because it is freaking Coca-Cola. I wish this winter base was animated and that waterfall, but I guess it's supposed to be frozen ice, maybe.
Well, but here's the thing. So in, the VeVeverse, if it is kind of like the parent program that it's using, you'll be able to put like volumetric effects. So it doesn't have to be in the collectible. You could just use a volumetric smoke and add like a blue tint coming off of it and put it underneath. And now it like emits and almost like a puff of smoke. You know, like a smoke machine at like a haunted house or something. Yep. How it just every now and then it'll like whoosh, and shoot out like a little puff. Right. You have stuff like that set up in the VeVeverse, but it'll be hidden. It'll be invisible. You know what I'm saying? Inside the object, and you could do it with spotlights, with effects. They don't really have to build it into it. As a matter of fact, it might make it worse if they do build it into it, because then it'd be harder to kind of do some cool shit down the road.
Right. Yeah, that's not a bad point. You can animate stuff yourself inside the VeVeverse with those scripts you're able to create. Pokey says, Baby Bucks Deer. Rob, he says, or like Vault, you can sell both. You already know If I get the secret rare on this one, I'm selling both. I don't want Phelan. I probably will. I don't know. I'm not much of a collector, but I might buy me a Bambi, depending on the price. Maybe get in there and buy one as soon as the market opens up after the drop. I don't know if people are going to value Bambi, how they're going to value her. I have to go around and look at some other similar first appearances of Disney characters like Tinkerbell, stuff like that, which I think are doing pretty well in the market. So maybe we can buy these for cheap. How crazy is it that the David Yu went up to 3,300? The largest sell I saw of one of the blue David Yus, because I've been keeping track of it because I sold mine for 1,900, and I'm a little sad that it's at a $3,300 floor right now. But the highest actual sell I've seen is 2,400, and it's from like a huge whale, a guy who made over $1 million during the bull run on VeVe. So I'm not surprised that the Moon Boys are loving the David Yu, but if I had to hold a really expensive collectible, it'd have to be one with a really good IP behind it and not the CEO. CEOs aren't real popular right now, if you haven't noticed. Sprotty says,
Yeah.
That's because
There's only one collectible I want.
What's
on
that?
VeVe. And I probably will buy it, and at one point. And it's dumb, and you'll probably be like, you don't want that.
Oh, great. What is it?
Right next to my America Chavez. Listen, I gotta have a partner statue. Like, it's just, to me, bro, like, that's what got me into this whole Web3 NFT, expedition, was seeing that ad with the partner statue. My girl was like, that's sick. I see it all the time at the park. I don't know, man. For me, I just feel like if I'm gonna go create, that's something I'd buy, Maybe not the price, but
I don't know.
Just...
I mean, yeah, kind of. I see it. And there's even, and I put this in one of my videos recently. Well, wasn't really recently, but the last time I did a video. But we have a former Disney executive talking about how Disney made such a big mistake by giving those golden moments to VeVe and allowing them to have the first appearances of these important characters on the blockchain. And hearing that Disney executive say that. Really
I saw the guy in the hotel room or some shit.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah, it makes me feel like I probably should have some of those golden moments too, but I feel like we have time because they're not very scarce. But the partner statue is one of the most scarce, and if it comes down to 1K, then I might think about picking one up because it has been that low before.
That's kind of where I'm at, yeah.
Yeah, it was at 1,100 before. Rob T says that's because all secret rare U owners will be able to craft a URama now that Vault Paper handed. I don't think so, bro, but they will be able to use that character in the Epico fighting game. I think all the secret rares from that drop will be used in the Epico fighting game, which is another reason why they're going up in price. But I don't plan on playing the Epico game, I'll be honest. I did play the last one, and I tried to play it on stream a couple of times. This was during the bull run when I had a whole lot of viewers, and they would get mad. They're like, that is a copy. It's a tower defense game, and they're like, that's a copy of this other game that I never played. And I'm like, I have no idea.
Clash of the Clans or something?
Yep, I think that's probably what it was.
Clash of Clans.
Yep. So, yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, it's not like, I see a lot of people throwing a lot of fire at, Ubisoft nowadays,
Yes, me too.
And it's not even like, they partnered with Ubisoft. I know they have Ubi on the app. But, like, dude, that wouldn't even be a saving grace nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Because Ubisoft is going under, and, like, they have their champions, we talked about that game from them.
Yep.
And it's like, dude, that game ain't doing shit. Like, nothing.
Nope.
I think my Spellborn, like when it comes to like Web3 gaming, my Spellborn apartment I think went up probably more than anything else because they got a new season, they got breeding, like things are actually happening with the game,
Right.
It's still down 40% from what I bought it at, I'm not, trust me, I ain't happy about it. But,
hopefully it'll pop up again, especially when gaming hits as a good narrative. But I hear what you're saying. A lot of people on Twitter are talking about how NFTs are making this big comeback, but I feel like they're all basing that on the Pudgy Penguins, and the reason people were buying the Pudgy Penguins is for the Pingu airdrop. So I don't necessarily believe that they're coming back as much as people say, but I don't look at it that close, so I could be wrong. I know I've seen a couple posts where it's like showing the top 10 NFT projects and how all of them are up a little bit, but it was the Pudgy Penguins that made the big jump, and there was an airdrop attached to it, so that has a little bit to do with it. And I asked this question on Twitter. I want to see what Mo thinks about it. I don't think he responded on Twitter. I asked if NFTs become a big narrative in the crypto bull cycle this time. Is VeVe going to benefit from that? Will their prices go up? Or are the crypto people that are still into crypto, do they already have a bad taste in their mouth from VeVe and have abandoned it completely forever? I kind of feel like a lot of them have VeVe NFTs still in their accounts. So for that reason alone, that might get them back on the app.
I think if we do go into another NFT narrative, which again, I think the days of whatever, like Bored Apes, PFPs, like if you're trying to push that narrative, good luck. Again, if you want to make a game and holders can play games, sure, I'm sure there's money to be made. But when it comes to PFPs, I know I don't care, and I don't think most people do.
It's weird that they all did in the first place. I never understood the PFP
never
thing,
understood
but
it.
it took
Me neither.
off.
That's why I was like, what the hell? Like, this whole NFT thing is ridiculous. But then I discovered Web3 gaming. That's how I found PFL, where I'm like, oh, these NFTs aren't just a picture. I get to put them on a track, and I get to name it, and I get to race it, and I get to create these generational bloodlines. Like, my boy named Suline, I got that up to an S- finally.
Nice.
So, like, I'm like one breed away from a potential virtual Kentucky Derby appearance, if it's a good one, with something that I've handcrafted for 2+ years now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that is something you will never find in a PFP, ever. So, again, like, that's just what I appreciate. So I think that narrative, right, creating like some sort of connection to your NFT, whether it be through gamification, utility, and that's where VeVe comes in. Because yeah, like you said, a lot of people tried VeVe, they might have got burned, they might have been pissed off that they were paying $1 for gems while everybody else was paying 35 cents. But at the end of the day, when the new AR glasses come out and the new technology moves and everybody can wear, AR shit, dude, the first thing that's going to pop up is going to be like, log into your VeVe app, here's your Spider-Man. Like, bro, like, the NFTs are already there.
Right.
So they're just going to be thrown at us all over again. It's going to be like a whole new cycle of people coming in. What, you think 1 million people got burned? If that? There's 350 another million people ready to freaking get burned or, take their place or get involved,
Yeah, and
So,
I think it makes sense for the next bull cycle maybe in like 4 years from now, but I don't think it's going to hit this cycle personally.
well, no, probably not, because the tech, so the question is, this cycle in the next 6 months to a year? Probably not.
Right.
But no, I think when the tech does catch up, I think that it just only increases the value of anything that's augmented reality, including VeVe. Because to me, I still think that's the coolest sell of it. Not looking at it on your phone, not looking at the price of OMI, not, going for MCP points. Like, I want to drive into my house and look out on my car that has augmented reality built into it like all these new cars do, and just pull into my driveway and see America Chavez hanging out next to my Coca-Cola snow globe.
Yeah.
And when it's time to decorate, I hit a button and everything goes away. Like at the end of the season. Like, that, to me, that's what I think it's about.
Man, imagine people, because right now you go around and and we're going to do this actually after this stream tonight, go around and look at people's lights in their yard for Christmas. Imagine you're doing that with AR glasses, but you also get to see their NFTs in their yard.
So I don't know if we talked about this on the show. I know we've kind of taken hiatuses and breaks, but so, bro, last year and the year before, when me and my girl always go out looking at Christmas lights, right? Mm-hmm. I take out the Coca-Cola globes and I get my girl to stand there and I put her next to him. She don't like it. But I was taking her picture last year, might have been the year before, and somebody saw what I was doing. They saw the globes and they were like, wait, that's not in the picture. And I explained it and they were like, that's cool.
Oh, yeah?
They were like, oh, so you can just put whatever you want, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah. I was like, there are these things on VeVe. I don't know if they ever downloaded or whatever, but I told them all about it and they were like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But imagine if they had the glasses on and they saw what I was setting up. You know what I'm saying? Like, allow some sort of share mode to turn on.
Yep.
And they're like, wow, who owns this Coca-Cola snow globe? And they see me driving away and it disappears. They're like, oh, that's that guy.
That's how you get people interested and involved into it. You have to be able to see it with their own eyes instead of explaining it to them.
But you're right, though. I think in the next, in this run that we're about to see, which obviously already kicked off around November 4th, leading into January 20th, I think we'll see another surge. Gary Gensler steps down. I mean, did you think Bitcoin was going to stay? I didn't think Bitcoin would stay over 100K that long. It didn't. It came back down. But dude, when that thing surged back through after like a double test or triple test, that thing is gone. Like, that thing is gone. It's settling at 105. Like, are you surprised by this?
I am surprised by it. That's why I'm getting FOMO about it. I feel like it could take off. I mean, they keep talking about what if all the exchanges run out of Bitcoin, and what if all these billionaires decide that they want to get into it for the first time. I mean, supply might run out. We got to get in while we can.
100K might be cheap. You're right.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, we messed up.
That's what I'm saying. I should have got in at 30K. I should have got in at 20K. Big A says the Pingu airdrop for Pudgy was $92,000. It's down now, but yeah, that's why people were buying those Pudgy penguins. They wanted to get that 100K airdrop. That's a pretty freaking big airdrop. I need one of those bad boys. The ISO 20022 coin will all do well long term. Buy $100 of each and never sell. The ISO, I don't know what that is. Oh, XRP, ADA, Quant, Algo, XLM. I've been wanting to get some more XRP. I bought some, then I sold it, and I'm thinking about buying back in. Loving the long live streams. Appreciate you, News Now. Yeah, we're about to end it now. We usually go live from about 5 to 6:30 or 5 to 7 on Tuesdays. We're live every Tuesday on the Tales from the Crypto stream with the big homie MoKnowz. Appreciate everybody in the chat hanging out with us for today and conversating with us about these fun topics. Next week, we're going to have some new paranormal topics to talk about, new politics topics, new
and
crypto.
drone updates. I'm sure we'll have drone updates.
Definitely going to have drone updates. Mo, have you actually seen any drones? Because I know they're in your area now, right?
So they're starting to move towards Brooklyn, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I bet they are. I wouldn't want to be hanging out in Brooklyn either.
Yeah, I personally haven't seen any, or know anybody that has, but I really just want to, like I said, I want to take a trip. Just want to go investigate it, man. Like, I've never been so intrigued by something. Maybe a woman's vagina for the first time until I felt one. But I've never been so intrigued by something before in my life, besides these drones.
Wow, that's a deep cut. Yeah, I mean, go on down to the docks. Take your streaming equipment with you. I know you have a couple laptops you can take with you. Set up a stream and show us what you can see. Show us the actual drones ourselves live from Mo's camera. That would be dope.
I actually have an IRL setup coming within the next 3 to 4 weeks. Takes a while to get it together.
Nice.
But it's a whole backpack setup. I'm going to be able to basically connect that with Starlink. And I plan on doing Uber Eats across the country, where I basically just go across and deliver food. And they have like a thing where you can pick up a pet in like New Jersey and then deliver it in Florida. And you go to Georgia, pick up a freaking turtle and bring it to Ohio. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Yeah, it's like a service. So I'm going to probably stream a lot of IRL stuff, man. Just traveling around. Whenever my girl has off, she'll just, because she loves to fly and I don't fly. So she could just fly to wherever the hell I'm at. We can hang out for the weekend, whatever, and then she can go back to work.
So you're trying to do like almost like a traveling vlog. That would be dope. That's my favorite stuff to watch.
That's my eventual goal. I mean, like I said, right now I'm getting to a new place first week of January. So I'll be starting up some new things. I'm changing up the content. Not going to be doing PFL as much. Just mainly because, you know, the community hasn't supported me the way that they used to. Not that I need sugar daddies and sugar mamas, but the fact of the matter is that when I do my shows free of charge and I'm making people $10,000 in a race, or I'm, you know, talking how nice their horse is and the horse sells out in the barn and makes them $15,000 a month.
Right.
They used to reach out to me and hook me up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
When that support starts slipping and the team doesn't support me the way that they used to, I just don't really feel a need to, you know, to devote my life to that. As long as I can make like $1,000 racing like I have been a month, I'm just gonna kind of roll with that. But content changing, brother. But still want to do this show. That's for damn sure, no matter where I'm at.
Appreciate you. Let's go. I'm surprised you're not getting more support over there. You're the voice of Photo Finish Live since the first. Was it the first beta ever? We've been doing this for a long time. I've been on here forever,
Bro,
promoting.
We put PFL on the map, and I still have to tell people this, and I didn't believe it at first, but we were the ones that coined Foles Day.
Let's go.
The
And now
team,
they
no
all
one
say
else,
it.
and I haven't had to ask people. I'm like, yo, before me and Vol started doing the races, and then we had every week like the new horses were born. I'm like, did anybody ever talk about Foles Day? And everyone was like, no, you guys started that shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's good, bro. That makes me feel good, man. We definitely left a mark, you know?
That's dope.
So,
Yeah, that's worth something, because you know Photo Finish Live is probably gonna be big one day, and then we can always look back and say, because you're still gonna be saying Foles Day. We're like, we came up with that. Big A wants you to come visit him in New Orleans. Is that Nola?
Oh,
Mo?
that's definitely on the game plan. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
New
definitely on the
Orleans?
agenda. You know, live meetups with,
Oh,
you know,
that'd
you
be-
guys living
that'd be cool.
around.
I would
Obviously,
definitely
if I'm
watch
back
that.
through your neck of the woods, we can maybe do a live stream together.
There ain't much to do here. Maybe come around Derby time. But New Orleans sounds like a party central right there. There you go. Go down there and get you some beads.
Yeah, I'll be sick, man.
Florida State Makeover wants you to pick them up, but I don't know if I'd go to Florida. Florida's kind of crazy. Although that's my favorite place to go for vacation. And I got family there, but some wild people in Florida. If you make it to Florida, hit me up. I'll buy you a beer, says Florida State Makeover. Gus all says, history shows USA gets out of financial depressions by going to war. It does always help the economy, unfortunately. I think it's too much of a price to pay. All right, it's time for us to get out of here. Oh, NOLA, New Orleans, Louisiana. I should know that. It's time for us to get out of here for the night. But I'm going to be live this weekend for the drops. We're going to be back here next Tuesday for another Tales from the Crypto. And Mo, you got anything going on this week?
No, man. I got a lot of new horses hit the track. Bunch of wins today. Just going to keep racing and trying to win that championship and hopefully get you back into it when PFL does take off, because I do have Joyride up to a S affiliate at this point.
Really?
Yeah.
I still got some horses over there. I just haven't raced them much.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. So, it's not like if you ever want to get back into it, you're going to be back at square one with a fucking B horse, because that's never going to happen.
Right.
But you will be able to just kind of link up with me. We can work something out through loan, whether it's a filly, maybe you breed one for yourself, maybe take a racer or a colt, Yep. But trust me, the Joyride line is still going, so we're trying to get it to the top one day.
Let's go. And you guys can check out Mo over on Kick. He plays he calls Photo Finish Live races and plays Photo Finish Live over on his Kick channel, and also spins slots. His Twitter is linked down in the description, and you can get to all his channels from there. Is Crown still getting listed on Coinbase? Crown is the coin for the Photo Finish Live economy. I don't know. I didn't hear anything about that. Is it getting listed on Coinbase?
It's not. It's not, but Coinbase is a direct partner of PFL, so it would be shocking when they finally do major listings that if Coinbase isn't the first. Because like I said, they are an actual financial partner of Photo Finish.
Yeah, so we don't know when it's going to happen, but it probably is going to happen, so it might be smart to get some Crown, not financial advice, just saying. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out, and we will catch y'all next week. Later, Mo, later, chat. See y'all.
Later, guys.
All right, let's check the prices one more time, then we're going to end the stream. I think Arcade might be going live today. Think about that. Saw him in the chat. He usually goes live around this time. On Sundays. Sorry, that's tomorrow. My bad. All right, so you can see that
you're still here.
And Johnny Dunn will be on the floor at 2100. Ultra rares.
It's over.
75 last time we
go
checked.
Home.
At 150.
Oh, you're expecting a teaser for the next VeVe drop? Well, we don't have that kind of money.
Rares. We're at 33.
You expecting Sam Jackson show up with an eye patch and a saucy little leather number?
Oh, 19